very first thing before we even get started in this live stream, because we have so much stuff to talk about, is mic volume. If you guys can hear us okay, I need you to kind of put a message there that audio is good. If it's too low, let us know, because we can adjust that. You know, obviously we're doing this on the fly in the middle of a campground.
No. In the middle of a farm field.
In the middle of a farm field, and we're here to talk about Sturgis and everything that Sturgis had to offer, and first time experiences that Scott and Heather both had being here in Sturgis for the very first time. But
Brian from Minnesota says hi. Karen from Florida says hi.
hello to you guys.
How's our sound?
Yeah,
Scott and Karen.
Somebody's got to let us know if they can hear us okay, give us a thumbs up, say, hey, it's a little low, it's a little high. We can make adjustments on the fly. We came prepared. Very important thing to start off with is that I found Leinenkugel's Honey Weiss today. And in case you guys didn't know, Leinenkugel's Honey Weiss is not able to be sold west of the Rockies because they use local honey. It's my favorite beer of all time. Do we have anything as far as, let's talk about sound.
Sound is great.
Sound?
David, thank you, David.
All right, thanks, David. Okay.
And Brad.
Okay, so
can you hear me? I've been told I'm not loud enough.
yeah, she's got a quiet voice. So pretty much you guys are just going to hang out with us at the campground. We're going to recap Sturgis, everything that happened from beginning to end, really. Like coming in, setting up. We'll go through like expectations versus the reality of it all, like when you're coming here for the first time, and I'll get Heather and Scott's point of view. And then from there, we're going to open, what do we have? We have, things that you're going to want to plan for if you're coming for 2025. We're going to talk about their favorites. I'll go over some of my favorites as far as rides and restaurants and all that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about the concert lineup and what they offered this year versus what might be coming up. But that's what we have in store, and then we're going to get to your questions in the side chat. So thanks for hanging out with us on this Saturday night. I have no idea how long this goes. I'm thinking at minimum it's going to be an hour, if not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Sure.
tomorrow morning.
Whatever.
And just to clarify, so this is our last night here. We did the entire rally.
Yeah.
We did.
The entire rally. Like, we stayed all the way through.
A lot of people left.
A lot of people left. This is a pretty emptied out campground. I'll take off tomorrow morning and start riding the bike towards Colorado, and you guys will head back to Milwaukee. But
first we have Darren Jones.
Okay.
Said he met you last night. Was this the guy who found you on your live stream and come and found you
maybe
during the concert?
I tell you what, if he finds us during this live stream, there's something even more special for him. If for some reason he were to find out where we're at, that'd be pretty impressive. So before we get into like expectations and realities, let's just talk about us coming in, right? So you guys coming in, you came in from
Wisconsin.
We
All
got
right. On I-90
Okay.
for
Forever.
12 hours.
Okay. That's all you have to
And
say
that was
about
it. It was.
Okay.
It was
There's not much to
there is
say
not,
about
it
it.
was uneventful. Well, it wasn't completely uneventful. We had a big storm. We had a big storm
in Minnesota.
Construction, and we pulled over just in the nick of time to set up camp in a Walmart parking lot, and then the skies opened up. It was crazy wind.
It's like hurricane winds.
We were lucky we were pointed into the wind because.
And it's on her Instagram, you guys. This is Moto Yogi Adventures. If you guys don't follow her, you can go and click after. If you're watching this on the replay, I'll have the link down in the description. And then Scotty is 2_wheels travel, right?
Yeah.
Two-wheel travels.
Two-wheel travel. Sorry,
Two-wheel travels.
2_wheel travels. So, but she's got the video on her Instagram. I think it was just Instagram you put that on.
Yeah.
And you can see that gnarly wind that they got in. I came in from Ennis, Montana, and I was riding in, but we were kind of in comms throughout the day, kind of trying to figure out where you guys were at and I was at. And it almost worked out perfect because you guys showed up, started setting up camp, and I was there,
Maybe an hour and a half after we got here?
Yeah, hour and a half,
2
which
hours.
is perfect,
Yeah.
right? You always let them get there early and set up, so you show up and it's all taken care of. You don't have to do anything about that. That's the way to go. And then we're excited to kick it off. Like that first night, I'm trying to think. I think we just went to.
Oh, we did Vanacker Canyon. We decided
Thank you.
to kick off riding right away.
Okay, that's right. We decided to go into just to go for a ride. We're here.
Well, dinner.
Where did we have dinner that night?
The brewery, Sturgis Brewery.
Oh yeah, Sturgis
Sturgis
Brewery.
Brewery.
And then we took off. That feels like forever ago. We took off, and I took them through Vanacker Canyon. If you guys aren't familiar with that road, it's pretty much right outside of Junction Avenue. As soon as you cross under the 90, you start on Vanacker Canyon. And the opening experience, why don't you guys tell me what you think?
It was great.
It was beautiful. It was cool in there because it was hot.
It was
the first part of the trip was
hot.
hot, and we were hot setting up camp. It was really dry. So it felt really nice to get in the canyon. As soon as we hit the shade, the temperature dropped 10, 15 degrees. Like, it was noticeable. Just very refreshing, relaxing.
Yeah.
Lonnie says he stayed at Pappy Hole.
Happy Hoyle.
Pappy Hoyle?
That's over
Loved
at the
the
full
hookups.
Full Throttle.
Oh, okay.
Happy Hoyle campground.
See, we could check that out.
No,
No?
maybe not.
Yeah. That's for a different
Different
time.
story.
Oh.
Different
Different
day.
story.
Okay, never mind.
Darren Jones says
Hi,
met you
Judith.
last night. It was nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. So that's what we did on night one. We came back. We kind of hung out here. They have this little speaker thing that we call the
Booty bumper.
The
booty
booty
bumper,
bumper.
right? It's like a little Bose speaker, and so we would have our little campsite karaoke. Really, it was nice to just sit here and listen to music. So we had music going the entire time. We went to bed fairly early for a rally kind of setup.
But we had all been traveling all day.
It's true.
So, that
No, it's
works
very
out.
true. And then from there, we decided to hit up on Friday. That we decided we're going to go ahead and knock off Iron Mountain Road, Custer, and Needles in that day.
I just gotta say that was a bad idea.
So keep in mind, we didn't know at the time what we were getting into because it was 100. Okay, this is going to come into play a little bit later because it was 105 degrees.
Yeah.
105 degrees. We're rolling through the Black Hills, absolutely dying. I mean, it took away, I will be the first to admit it. I felt bad because this is the first time doing Iron Mountain Road and Needles Highway in Custer. We didn't see any buffalo, which also sucks, right? When
And you have no idea the effects on a fat guy that has.
yeah.
It was
That was-
oppressive.
it was bad.
It was oppressive heat.
I lost a
It
lot of
was-
weight that day.
It was dry. It was hot. And Custer, that wildlife loop I've been through years ago, and and I remember it being lush and green and beautiful. It was just arid, dry,
Brown.
and no wildlife was out. It was just
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Brad, Iowa Hog Rider wants to know if we got to everything that we wanted to do. You
Well,
and
we'll
I.
get into
We'll get into that.
Okay,
that.
well, I'm just-
We'll
Yeah.
get into that. That's part of the lineup. Brad.
Bagger Hog, did you get breakfast in Nemo? I kept my tradition of going Sunday morning.
Didn't we talked about doing the firefighters pancake breakfast up in Nemo. Didn't get a chance to get over there. There's a lot of things. There's some things that we didn't get a chance to do. We'll definitely go over that. So it's incredibly hot. I mean, water was being consumed like it was going out of style at that particular point. I mean, we had to stop just to take a break from the heat because you couldn't find any shade. And Wildlife Loop doesn't offer you any type of shade or relief from the heat. So we came back a little cranky. We were spent at that particular moment, and I think it was from then on, Scotty got sick. You started getting a sinus infection that night.
Yeah,
So he's been sick this entire time,
pretty much.
which is absolutely taken away from the experience for him, I'm sure. But that's what we had to deal with. So what did we do on Saturday? So Saturday we did spearfish.
I laid in bed all day Saturday.
Okay, so you and I did spearfish.
we did spearfish.
Did I do spearfish Saturday?
Yeah, I think we did spearfish.
I did spearfish
Yeah, I think
Saturday.
you laid in bed
We
all
did.
day.
I think
all day
Friday
Sunday.
and Saturday we rode, and those were the two hottest days.
Let's take a time out.
Yeah.
right out of the gate, what happened when we came back from Anoka Canyon on Lizelle? There's a biker that went down, like pretty much, maybe, what would you say? Say it had to be 30 seconds before we got there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question? Why? What?
Yeah, why don't you put your phone down?
No, I was
We were
responding to a
I was
question.
going to respond. I'm not a moderator, so I can't actually respond. But I could say, Woody, yes, we do use. All of us have GoPros.
Yes.
Yes.
And I did reply.
Okay. So, no, we're talking about the rider that went down on Lizelle.
I'm guessing medical.
You think medical? I
Probably
don't know,
heat.
it's at an intersection,
Passed out.
pretty close to an intersection right there, like a pullout where all those partiers were. I think somebody pulled out.
But he was right in the middle of the road.
And traffic
like he
wasn't
was
even
in the
moving.
double yellow line where there's a
Like
turn
the
lane.
suicide lane.
Yeah.
So I feel like he just overheated and because he was an older gentleman.
Because what do we see? 3 collisions or 3 accidents this week? Just us, like.
Yeah, well, one him,
The other one
and then
on
there was
90.
a big one on 90.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. And then the one today.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a story before we continue on. We decided to go over to the Sturgis sign.
It was like slow motion.
So we can get. Who drops their bike really?
Who drops a demo bike?
So this guy, we're over at the sign, and all of a sudden I see Scott. I got my camera. I'm waiting for them to get set up at the Sturgis sign so we can get a good shot of them at the Sturgis sign. And all of a sudden I see, Scott. I'm standing a distance away, and he's pointing. And I look over my shoulder, and there's a bike. It looked like it was freaking upside down at that point. Like,
Yeah, it kind of was.
And so it was an Indian bagger, and so everybody's running out in the middle of the street to help this guy up. And of course, I'm asking him right away, like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, my ego's hurt a little bit." And then his wife, I'm assuming it's his wife, is an older couple, is on the ground, like I'm helping her up, and he immediately, without even checking on his wife, he's immediately screaming out. He's like, "Oh, it's just this weight, these stupid demo bikes," and he starts blaming the demo bike.
He crashed
So
and tipped a demo bike.
Dropped his demo, and it broke.
It broke a blinker, I think.
Oh, and broke a brake lever too.
It broke a lever.
I mean, those are insured.
Yeah, so that's what happened today. But rewinding, the first morning we're here on Saturday or Friday morning, I go out. Heather's parked to my left, and we've all been there. You guys don't pretend like you haven't been there, but
So this guy should count as 4 crashes we saw this weekend.
So I put the kickstand up, like we all do. Heather is asking me a question, and I go to get off the bike to assist Heather, thinking that my kickstand is still down. And
Nope, not so much.
It was not, and down goes my bike. And at that point, I'm thinking, I see Heather's bike going over. She was just trying to get out
I
of
was
the way.
getting out of your way so you didn't crash into my bike.
It's gonna get a little loud here, guys.
Neighbors
for a second.
leaving for a minute.
Yeah, neighbors. Everybody's packing up and taking off. So some motorcycle sounds for you. See, we bring everything.
Yeah.
We bring everything. It shows
Background
that
noises.
It shows that we're live. We're not doing this.
We're doing.
This is not AI.
It's sound effects.
So
Got our neighbor next door, wrapping up his cords.
So I'm falling. I fall over. I'm grabbing onto Heather's bike because I'm thinking that she's falling over, and she has a brand new Fast Johnny, right?
And I'm thinking, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah. And so
Onto
she's
my
like,
bike?
no, I'm not falling. I got it. So anyway, that's how but it was on grass. It was like fluffy grass at the time, so like nothing happened to the bike. I didn't see a dang thing. Not a single scratch.
You pretty much held it from going
Yeah.
all the way over
You
though.
gently set it
Yeah.
sort of down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I escorted it to the ground.
Yeah.
You were just checking the undercarriage.
Absolutely. Still looks dirty. Just letting you guys know. So we should do a side chat check-in to see who's
All right.
here.
Rich said he did the same thing, and he has guards.
All right. Well, make sure you guys are hitting that like button so that we can get this out to some more people. We got a lot. We
please
definitely
share
got a
it,
lot
too.
of stuff to
Let's see.
share it.
Let me get the link in here.
I feel like I need to take this for just a
You
second.
can take it for
Why
just a
don't
second,
you guys start telling them about your first? Let's go over expectations versus reality, right? So your expectations coming into Sturgis. Did you watch videos? Did you have something in your mind?
Well, we watched Sturgis. Sturgis doesn't care.
Right. So you had everything that you
Bunch
needed.
of time.
to know.
We had everything we needed.
But I
to know.
hadn't watched that, and I honestly haven't really watched videos for, like 6 months. I've been busy, work has been busy, life has been busy, there's other things going on. So for me, I didn't do any research. I had all these plans of doing research about like all the things in the area and come up with things I wanted to see, but I did none of that, so I really had zero expectation. That being said, my expectations of a big rally, I've been to Milwaukee. We were at a couple other small rallies around. I joined you at Daytona Bike Week for
for
the
a
second
couple days,
half
3 days.
of the week. So I just expected it to be similar
to Daytona Bike.
to
To like a rally. So
to a rally. So we're from Milwaukee area, so we have the big Milwaukee.
So we have hometown,
Harley
we have had
homecoming.
anniversaries, I've done Arizona Bike Week, I've done Daytona,
Okay.
we've done Stubborn American.
So now you're 10 days in. You're completely done with this rally. How does Sturgis compare to the other rallies?
It doesn't.
How so? Like,
It's-
don't explain it to me. I know.
It's huge. So
It's-
it's huge. It's more
Beyond huge.
It's bigger.
It's epic.
It is epic, yeah. So there were more people, there were more bikes, but then also things are really spread out. So, it was busy coming up and down Main Street and Lozelle Street, and you went through the stop go for a half hour to get through a place, but then everything else, like, there was enough space. So if you were to go into Full Throttle Hog, or there weren't.
I got my own place now.
I keep doing that. If you were going to Full Throttle Saloon, you weren't waiting in huge lines to get in. Everything else is pretty quick. Rally at 55 there, Black Hills Harley Davidson. Huge parking lot, massive sea of bikes, but I never felt like I was like, crowded.
Sure. No, and that's a good point. It is very well spread out. And I've never been to Daytona, but I've done Arizona Bike Week, and I've done other rallies. But, this is a different feel all the way around, because you got riding if you want riding. You can party all night if you want to.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that, because Heather and I, one day, we did party all night, dang near.
3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 3:30 in the morning. We went over to Bikini Beach, and we'll get into that. But
While Scott slept happily in his bed.
what would you say as far as the expectations versus the reality, Scotty? Like, obviously you had expectations in your mind. You'd seen videos, but I don't think that the videos can do it really any justice unless you get out here.
The thing that really, it's been awesome. Like, the concerts were awesome. Kid Rock was awesome. Travis Tritt was good. Bret Michaels was good. We didn't go to many of the other ones. Who did we go
Jelly
to?
Roll.
Jelly Roll. I didn't go to Jelly Roll.
I went to Jelly Roll. We'll talk about
I
that
was
too.
sick, but.
So so as far as like the concerts and the food and
there's a lot. There's a lot to do.
The rides. So
Bikini Beach.
I would think my expectations of the roads and the scenery, that it's exactly what I expected. But I've been here before in a car, so I've seen the scenery. I've been on the roads, so I was excited and also anxious to experience those on a motorcycle for the first time.
And with me, because I hadn't seen them.
And to see,
So,
so I was expecting to see you
I've done a lot of riding over the last 2 years, like a lot of long distance riding and a lot of scenic riding. Some of which Ryan hasn't done, but he's going to do on the way home. But the scenery here it's like a mix of Wisconsin and the mountains together, with all the pine trees and the rock formations and the hills and.
Yeah, it gets better in every turn.
And then you add twisties in it, so now you're adding like the Dragon Tail to some of these roads.
Would you call it depth? Would you say that the riding has a lot more depth?
I think it has everything. I think it has everything that a rider wants. Whether you're new or Heather's a fairly new rider. This is her 4th full year, and she did amazing.
Yeah, especially the second time through.
She didn't dump her bike. Ryan did.
Yeah. Well, and before we go too much further, I'm going to say hello to everybody in the side chat, just so we know everybody that's here.
Yeah.
So Scott Schiller, tuning in from Minnesota. What's up, Scott? How you doing? Karen, hello. Darren Jones, thanks for being here. Judith, hello there.
Beard.
Brad is here. IA Hog Rider. David, Leckman, I believe I said that right. Who else do we have? Bagger Bader, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. We're gonna get to questions too, guys. So we'll try to make sure that we go through.
Dad's in there. Hi,
CJ,
Dad.
CJ's here. What's up, CJ? Two Wheel Travels.
I'm here.
That guy's
I'm
there.
here.
All right.
Am I in there?
Heather's dad's in there.
Tiffany.
Is my dad in there?
Tiffany
Heather's
Renee.
dad is in there.
Wait, Tiffany's here, you guys. We met Tiffany
Oh, yeah.
over at Camp Zero. Just a phenomenal creator.
Did I meet Tiffany?
No.
I don't think you were there,
No.
but it just
Sorry,
was.
Tiff.
I think that's, as a creator, meeting other creatives and watching them work is inspiring to me. And watching Tiffany do her thing was absolutely awesome.
And her husband Daniel.
And Daniel,
who, by the way, does all the editing for her.
Oh.
That's a fantastic idea. You should learn how to use a computer.
No, I have no time.
So what do we got here? We got. So if you guys haven't already checked out Tiffany's channel, make sure you go and do that. Then we have H.H. Plymouth is in the house. Woody Woodruff, hello, how you doing? Jeremy, Bergeron, how you doing? We are at the Buffalo Chip. We're in the campground almost. It's not all cleared out. There's still quite a few camps set up, but it's cleared out.
I'd say about 60%.
Yeah. Rich Holt is here. I think I've got most everybody. DeBeard is in the house. He's probably like, are you at the camp right now, DeBeard? Where are you at? And then Bushwhacker is here. Hello, how you
Hi,
doing?
Dad.
Oh,
That's
that's
my
Dad.
dad.
That's Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And my mom is probably
All right.
watching with them.
V. Rotter. All right, so hi, Dad, and hi, Mom. John Hoffman, and then and then Tiffany responded. So yeah, DeBeard says, "Oh man, bro, good luck with that. Take breaks so your eyes." Oh, I think he's probably answering something in the side chat. So we'll check back in with everybody in the side chat. I just want to make sure that we said hello to everybody, and we'll get into questions and what have you. I have Scotty keeping an eye on the questions. So as questions come up throughout this live stream, just interrupt us and spit them out and say.
Beard's at the RV having drinks.
He's having
With
drinks.
the Piney
Drinks.
Princess.
Which means that with Piney Princess, which means that he's probably having a Bud Light.
There's nothing wrong with drinking water.
Well, he was secretly drinking light beer last night, but I'm not supposed to say anything to anybody, so it's just between us.
Okay.
We won't
Okay.
tell anybody.
All right, nobody. All right,
I did start my bike so the girls could warm up.
it's true. All right, so that's what happened on the first couple days. So 105-degree heat, we come back, we're exhausted, we're a little cranky at this point, I would say. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, cranky,
Tired.
tired.
I've never been cranky on this
Punchy.
entire trip.
And then when he's cranky, that makes me cranky.
Yeah. So then there's like short temper. No, it wasn't that bad. But at the same time, you were coming down with your sinus infection. We didn't know it at the time. 'Cause
It's not been okay, hold on, let's back up a second. It's not been a great week and a half for me as far as luck or sickness, or there's some business things that I had to take care of, and then we have Heather's son is running the business, who had
His appendix
his
out.
appendix
the week
out,
before we
emergency
left.
appendix surgery
Yeah,
the
week
week
before
the
Sturgis.
week before
It's just
Sturgis.
so
It was a little bit of
stressful.
stressful coming into this whole thing. Didn't know if I was coming. Decided to say, you know what, I'm just going to go, and I'm going to try and enjoy myself. We get here. We go to the gas station. We turn the corner. We get here. I got a hole in my trailer.
Hey, can we show that? Should I go?
No, we don't need to show that. I have a hole in my trailer, and my ladder's all jacked up on my RV because I took a corner too sharp going down
And this
the
is
driveway
It
to
was
gas
literally
station.
5 miles from here.
This
5
is
miles
how
from
it
here.
started.
This is how it started.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, like, 3 days after we're here, I get the sinus infection. And I'm like, crap, here we go. And I've been sick ever since. So, yeah, it's been great. And I think I've taken it like a champ.
Yeah.
Any other normal time, I'm probably cussing and swearing up a storm and
Well, let
probably
me tell
throwing
you
a
There was
something.
temper
not much
tantrum.
swearing.
I don't
so
care what anybody
proud of
says.
you.
Man flu is real, and it is brutal. I compare it to women giving birth. Like it is the same pain and suffering, and the man flu thing is real. You can ask my wife; she knows. Like if I get man flu,
So Scotty Schiller says, Ryan, you have a breakfast skillet coming at the Hometown Cafe in St. James, Minnesota, when you come in by next time.
awesome.
And Judith, thank you. My son is doing well.
Okay.
He's a little sore.
He's still a little sore. We've been communicating with him, and he's running the business, and he's kind of half-assed doing it right now, but that's okay. It's getting done.
But he
then
seems to be
said he
wheeling
was
the grom.
stunting his grom.
Yeah, he's stunting the grom just
Don't
fine.
tell my grandma and grandpa. He's fine.
Yeah.
Close course.
Jeepers. They're like, oh yeah, he says he's a little sore, but he busted a 12 o'clock wheelie for like 17 blocks today, so he seems to be all right.
The beard says no shot on the Bud Light. I had a Modelo.
Oh.
That's a Mexican lager crap beer, not a light beer.
I think it has 0.01% higher than a Bud Light.
Wait. We were at the smoke shop, and who was he giving a hard time for drinking light beers?
Who? DeBeard?
Oh, he was giving the military bikers the hard time.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, I can see right through that.
Oh yeah. So that started off rough, but then the storm comes in.
Oh.
All right, this storm comes in, and we had multiple nights of lightning. You can go again on Moto Yogi's Instagram.
My Instagram. I can't remember what I posted on YouTube, but Instagram. I have a lightning video. I stood on top of the camper, which may or may not have been a great idea in a lightning storm.
And you also gave us some like verbal like.
The sound effects were amazing.
You would think it was AI at
I
one
knew-
point in time.
I mean,
No,
I
it's
think it was.
Instagram.
How'd it go? Whoa!
Well, you've been saying it ever since, and it doesn't help that you rewatched that video like 17,000 times. So,
Because the Instagram music didn't go on top of it, so my real reaction to the lightning
yeah.
is in there.
All right. Hey guys, we have 63 people in here and only 7 likes. I don't know what's going on. Are we not covering the topic? No, I'm just kidding. Hit that like button for me. Come on. I don't ask for a whole lot. It's free. You just gotta literally click your
and
mouse.
share. We gotta get more
Yeah.
people in here.
So the
Here's the link. Share it, please.
yeah. So the storm comes in. It's pretty gnarly. Now here at the Buffalo Chip, for the people that don't understand, and you guys experiencing this for the first time as well, we can all chime in on this. You get to ride your motorcycles most of the time right into the stadium. How
Yep.
cool was that?
That was
pretty
cool.
cool.
And they close off the whole campground after like 7 or 8 p.m.
No cars. Yeah.
No cars.
for any other vehicles. So you can do motorcycles, mini bikes, quad runners, golf carts.
Yeah, like for
UTVs.
somebody like me, like I have
UTVs.
gear and camera gear I want to bring with me. Like I bring my bike. I have everything with me. But you can literally show up early. We kind of designated our own special little spot that we would go to.
We did.
Which was
Yeah.
like close to just about. It was like central, and
Close to food, which is important.
close to food. And then we watched some bare knuckle fighting. And then that's when Conor McGregor kind of came out. It was like, oh snap, Conor McGregor's here.
Okay, we were pretty far away from the bare knuckle fighting, so we were watching it up on the big screen for the most part.
Yeah.
But when they hit, you could hear them hit.
Oh, that was like
Well,
that's.
there was a big VIP section, so you and I went up at one point in time to like see if we
Yeah.
could take some video, and there was a big fence. So unless you had VIP tickets for that spot, you couldn't go super close. But
Yep. So then the temperatures at night started to cool down. That was the first thing that I noticed with these storms. The temperatures at night were starting to cool down. More motorcycle sound effects. It's a real deal. We're here, baby.
Yeah.
Still only 7 likes. I don't understand what I got to do to get people in the side chat to get this thing a like.
I got 33 likes.
Do you?
34 now that I liked it.
Maybe it's just this. Oh, I thought it was frozen. All right, so so weather starts to taper off a little bit. We do some riding where we were getting some like light drizzle one day. Like it
wasn't bad though.
No. It wasn't like getting to rain gear bad. It
Yeah.
was just like, all right, we're just gonna suck it up and deal. But then we decide we need to go redo Iron Mountain Road, Custer and Needles again, because the first time 105-degree heat, miserable. Right?
Well, we planned on doing it twice anyway, because you said, hey, we're
You gotta
doing
do it
this at
twice.
least 2 or 3 times.
And I will tell you, the first time took away. The second time we did it,
Wait, hang on, we haven't talked about the second time yet. So that's what we're
That
getting
thought
into.
you were getting to. Now I
Yeah.
wanted to answer that already.
Well, we have to talk about what we went through the second time, just so we can compare, and then you could say the second time your thoughts. It was a 50-degree shift in weather.
Oh yeah.
So 50-degree
50.
shift in weather. So we went in at 105 the first time through, and then we went through it again at 55 with elevation. I think what was the lowest it got? 47.
Yeah.
47 degrees, and then with wind chill on the bike, I don't even know what that averages out to. You're only doing 35.
You're probably 38,
Yeah.
39 degrees.
I was so cold, I couldn't feel my hands at one point, like at all. I couldn't start my GoPro. All of my finite
We
motor
were
skills.
putting our hands down by our
We were
engine.
trying to,
I
we were
sat-
trying
I-
to get
I
pictures.
sat
and he
on
couldn't
my
take,
hands.
He couldn't take pictures because his hands were numb.
Oh, that's right. I tried to take their photo, and I couldn't. I literally could not hit the camera button. So it was a polar, no pun intended, a polar opposite of the first time through.
We live in Wisconsin, so we're used to that. We get that a lot.
Yeah, but
honestly.
so this is where expectation was different for me. I was expecting it to be warm the whole time.
Yeah.
So I did have my leathers, but I did like jacket and long sleeve things, but I didn't have chaps or anything. So my legs were really cold. I wasn't expecting 50-degree weather.
So Hog Rider had asked to you and I if we would stay at the Chip again.
I would definitely stay at the Chip again. However, I want to ride my motorcycle here, and we can't do that with a camper. So
The best part about staying at the Chip is, and we discussed this last night, the best part about staying at the Chip is, like, a lot of the best concerts are here.
Yes.
Like, a lot of the best music. There's more music here than anywhere else, in my opinion.
Yes.
From what I saw.
Yes.
you could stay here the whole time and not
And
ever
not have
leave.
to go anywhere.
Yeah, we didn't even talk
But-
about going over to Bikini Beach too, like during
Right.
the daytime. Like
Yeah.
you have a whole nother experience.
So, to come here and not have to leave the grounds and risk getting a DUI or having to deal with traffic getting on. There were nights that traffic was backed up for 2 hours
Yeah, because
After
we're
a
right by
concert,
the
yep.
road.
after a concert.
Yeah.
And we were literally at our campsite having a fire, drinking beer, watching the traffic.
Which makes it nice. Like that, I mean, to be able to escape, sitting in that. We literally could see the one of the main roads to get out of here. This is just one route. The
Yeah.
other route is probably just as bad.
Probably.
Plus, with you being sick, to be able to come back to the camper and take a nap or take a break when we're bopping around doing other stuff, or
Chris,
that
Chris
worked
McMahon
well.
says greetings from Magnetawan, Ontario, Canada.
Hello, Ontario. How you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Cool.
We're just recapping. If you guys are just starting, are joining us right now, we're recapping. We're at Sturgis. We're at the Buffalo Chip currently right now. Tonight's our last night, and we're just giving you a full recap and their perspective, Scott and Heather's, of how it went being first timers here in Sturgis. So right now we're just going over expectations, reality, and then like what we did on a day-to-day basis, pretty much. So yeah, the Chip has a lot to offer. It really does. And everybody that that's outside of the Chip, they just want to get into the Chip. Like
Yep.
pretty much the concerts and everything, just to get in here is expensive. It's an expensive investment.
Yeah, what was it? 100 and some bucks a
30
night,
or
wasn't it?
something. I don't know.
150.
For a concert,
I think it was
for the day.
150 for the Kid Rock concert.
Yeah.
But that you're allowed to spend the night here. It basically gives you a 24-hour pass to stay here, and that includes getting you into the concert. So, so that's the added bonus. But I've stayed in downtown Sturgis. I pointed out to you guys, and 5 blocks from Main Street, and that was really cool too because you get done riding, you go back to the Airbnb, you drop off your bikes, and then you can just go walk Main Street and take all that in. So I don't think it's wrong to stay at another place, and it's not, necessarily perfect
Yeah.
or right to stay here either.
I would
right?
stay here again though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I would also try other places. So I mean, it's not like I'm married to being at the Chip for.
Our next plan is to get an Airbnb and ride it.
Yeah.
That's our next plan.
So, and then we can think about inside the camper, we slept like babies.
Oh yeah.
Didn't hear a thing. Everybody always says, oh, you don't get any sleep. Now, maybe in a tent, that would be probably pretty rough.
I'm sure the boys from Canada were a little cold last
Yeah.
night. Didn't sleep well.
Yeah, it got really chilly last night, and then if you're in a tent, it's loud.
Yeah.
It's definitely loud. Like I can hear the music from the band tonight, like just kind of muffling in the distance. So Yeah, I would. I mean, I've stayed here before, and I think that's the reason I suggested that we stay here, is because if this is your first time here,
You gotta get the full experience.
you got to get the full experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And-
you can also, it's quiet it's relatively quiet where we are as far as traffic and things. We are sort of on the back end of the campground, or one of the ends, one of the sides. So,
If you want a good night's sleep,
but that's what I'm
don't stay
saying.
anywhere near Bikini Beach.
Right. Because
If you're staying somewhere near there, then you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, so Bikini Beach, for those that have never been here before, it's this like man-made pond area that, one, has the best pizza on the planet. Can we agree?
Oh
Yes,
yes,
best pizza.
That best pizza.
And they serve
hands
pizza
down.
till 4 in the morning.
And every single time that I've come into Sturgis and I've been here and visit the chip, I make sure I get some of that pizza. And it did not disappoint this year.
I have only one downside to Bikini Beach.
What's that?
They need bathrooms on both sides of Bikini Beach.
So
You have to walk across a moat to get to the bathrooms.
after the concerts, everybody piles into Bikini Beach, and this is where the shenanigans kind of take place.
Burnouts.
Where people are doing burnouts to the point where at one point we went out after a concert. We were out till 3 in the morning,
yeah.
right? And in order to get like maybe grant access, it was kind of like what's that movie, Thou Shalt Not Pass? Right?
Yes. The Holy Grail.
Yeah, you had to do a burnout. And for those that follow my channel and you guys are on here, you know me and burnouts. And so I purposely walked. I wasn't bringing my bike anywhere near
Because
that.
you didn't want to have it towed home.
But we had a chance. Yeah, we had a chance to film some stuff and partake. And Heather and I were
And
getting out in the
breathe
mix.
in the
Rubber.
burnt rubber.
Yeah, we lost like 6 years of our life.
Which I could not do. I had to leave.
So that's Bikini Beach. That's where all the action happens after a concert, and it goes consistently every single night till about 2 to 3 in the morning.
And they have a live band down there that
Yeah.
starts up after the main concert.
Yeah. So never a dull moment, but for the most part, we had been getting. We still get up at 6. I mean, at least me. I was getting up at 6 in the morning, and there was one morning I got up at 7.
Yeah. That was sleeping in. I felt
that
like we slept in. It was like 20 after 7 one morning, I thought.
I want to say the first day I got up at 4:30, and we were on the road by 6.
7:30. Because we were at Uncle Louie's.
Right as they opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple
breakfast.
comments.
Go ahead.
Darren Jones, general store on site. Yes, there's a general store on site. Roger Heath is checking in from Sioux City, Iowa. He says he loves what you do with your channel, loves the content.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
DeBeard talking smack with
gotta-
Iowa Hog Rider.
You got to say what DeBeard said.
There's too much. John Hoffman, Monty Python, Holy Grail. Buffaloes are checking in. What's
Oh,
up?
Buffaloes.
Donald.
Hung out with them, checked
Yeah.
out their site. What a great camper.
Oh
and
my gosh.
The trailer, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we
Oil changes at the El Buffalo trailer next year.
Oh yeah, we already have a business model. We've got an LLC for the El Buffalo shop.
Bogey Biker checking in.
Bogey Biker, what's up, buddy? Yeah, no, I think it was absolutely awesome to get a chance. That was actually, I think, the first time I ever had like good conversation, not like good any conversation,
Sit
like
down,
long,
like
yeah,
visiting.
sit down. We were visiting with El Buffalo and the El Buffaloes. Is that what we say? El Buffaloes is it plural?
El
Buffalo.
Buffalo. El
Donald
Buffalo.
and Janet,
Yeah.
great hosts.
Janet making mixed drinks.
And
for
Bogey
everybody.
Biker's in here right now, so can we talk about the rum or whatever it is
rum. Yes.
that we had over at the trailer?
It was the Bogey Biker rum.
The Bogey Biker
Oh,
rum
was it?
or whiskey or whatever it was something kind
It
of
was from
nice.
him?
It was from him.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
good.
And so we had a chance to visit, and their setup was great. Unfortunately, they were leaving the next morning.
Yeah. They were all loaded up.
But
what band?
boy.
You got to watch the live stream, and then we'll tell you. We're live right now. So
Look it up on the internet. We couldn't find it.
Oh,
I'll tell you
how about
after we're done.
You can. It'll be part of the sponsored event. You can explain what BAM. What is? I'm sure people that are watching live right now want to know what BAM is right now.
This is Camp
So
Wabam.
explain it to the
Camp
audience.
Wabam.
You explain it.
Explain.
So a buddy of mine owns, his brother owns this company, Wabam. It's a cleaning supply company. It's a bike cleaner. It's got 3 different stages.
Detailing products.
Detailing, like a bug be gone. It's got a
Whiplash.
Yeah, it's called Whiplash, and it's got the
Slick.
Slick,
It's like a 4-part thing. It's all cleaning for detailing your bikes.
Yeah.
You can
I mean-
spray the stuff on, let it sit for 30 seconds, and then just wipe off.
And now
just
they
wipe the
did
bugs
show
off.
that to me because I showed up with a pretty dirty bike and they showed it worked.
At the rally?
What's that?
Did you vendor booth the product?
No.
No, but
They will be here
next
next year.
Oh,
So now you guys know what BAM is. So see, this is a win-win. He
So it's
asked.
Camp Wabam.
It's Camp BAM.
we're just chatting with our neighbor over there.
Yeah,
for
so
you
your
those who are
neighbors-
wondering.
There
Hang it out.
really is a human
Switch the
being back
camera
here.
around.
That
Say hi,
is
neighbor,
asking.
really loud.
hello.
Yeah. See,
Not a sound effect.
yeah, this is not AI. That was not planned either. We didn't say, hey, in about 30 minutes, why don't you ask us what that's saying?
Thank you. We've been looking at that sign the whole rally and wondering what it was to be trying to.
I'll show it to you when we're
Yeah,
done.
look up getwabam.com.
Getwabam.com.
Is their website.
All right. Well, hey, if this thing ain't sponsored by Wabam, it certainly is right now.
It should be now.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if your dude from Wabam's watching, but
Bogey Biker says "Sweet Nectar of the Gods."
It was, yes.
oh,
It
is that
was
what
like-
that's called? I don't even know what it's
No,
called.
No,
I
I
took
think
a
that's
picture
just what he's
of
saying.
it because it was delicious.
So all right. So getting back.
Bumbu. Sorry. Bumbu,
Bumbu.
the original.
So we're gonna see
Rum.
how this goes because I'm gonna have you two take over the live stream for a second.
You're gonna put up the light.
No,
Oh, you're gonna get another beer.
I need
Try
another
grab
lineys.
grab a light. Too.
So why
Might
are we
be
getting
a
dark?
while.
Are we getting dark?
No, it looks
Just
good.
preparing.
It looks
All right.
just
Just
fine.
preparing.
So you guys hang out with the audience. Make sure you're entertaining. Just do what you guys usually do. If you guys haven't seen their live streams on Instagram,
Hey, bartender.
it's freaking phenomenal. These guys play off each other so well.
Bartender, will you give me a Diet Coke too?
A Diet Coke. And I'll get DeBeard a Bud Light.
Well, DeBeard was talking about the pizza.
The pizza at the
Yeah, well, so apparently we said it was, well,
the
we-
pizza last night.
Ryan must have said it was the best pizza in
Best
the
Domino's
States.
pizza.
No, now he says it's the best pizza in the world or the universe or something like that. But DeBeard's like, you've never been to New York then, obviously.
I have been to New York.
Okay, he's been to New York. I thought we were
But did
doing
you
this
have
live
pizza
stream.
in New York?
Absolutely, and the wife can back me up on this. I've been to New York and had New York pizza many a time.
Okay,
You ever had Chicago
I
pizza?
have
Yeah, I've had
never
Chicago.
had New York pizza. I've had Chicago pizza. This pizza you folded. So is that a New York thing? Which pizza do you fold? The New York pizza or the Chicago pizza?
You can't fold Chicago pizza. You fold the New York pizza. The
Hey, tell DeBeard
Did
that
you
I had.
fold your pizza?
in New
This
I
pizza
never
at Bikini Beach? You had some.
I did not fold it. No.
Tell DeBeard
Well, I folded it.
I
had-
savored every bit.
my pizza that I had was off 42nd and 2nd. If he knows anything about New York.
I think I hear somebody in the background, but since we're taking over the live stream, I'm not. Did you
I don't hear anything. No. It's our technician hanging a light.
Oh, much
Can't
better.
take you guys anywhere. Did that help at all?
A little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit.
So V Rodder says pizza Bikini Beach is pretty good. It is.
It is pretty
Stop
good.
saying if you are staying Buffalo chip pizza's better than New York or Jersey. I have
Last
never.
time.
I have no comparison to New York or New Jersey
I have-
pizza because
no,
I've never been there.
I've been to New York and New Jersey, but never had pizza there.
Also, the fact that it's 3 a.m. and it's been a really long day and there might be alcohol involved also may have an effect on how the pizza tastes.
At that point, frozen pizza
Potentially.
might be really good.
Oh, V Rodder is from New York. V Rodder, were you here in Sturgis this week? I saw a handful of V Rods.
Where's my Diet
Okay.
Coke?
Or maybe it was just one guy.
No, there's none out here. Man goes in,
Hey, Heather,
gets
did you
his
need
Diet
something?
Coke.
I'm good. Thank you.
While
What?
Ryan's gone, let's discuss his
His dance moves?
his
No.
dance. No, we can.
No, we can't show that. We promised
We can't
him.
show that. We can talk about it.
We can talk about it. Brian has
He
Ryan
does-
has some
he-
sweet
he-
Michael Jackson
He's
dance
got
moves.
some good Michael Jackson moves.
Don't worry, we're not showing anybody, but
We're not
maybe you
showing
can do a
anybody.
live
He
demonstration.
said,
Erroneous!
he said we could not show anybody his dance moves, but
Erroneous.
he did not say we
Okay,
couldn't talk
so,
about it.
DeBeard, would you agree that's the best Domino's pizza you've ever had in the universe?
I'm telling you, there's something in the water here in Sturgis. What did I tell you even before DeBeard ever said that? That the best Domino's pizza.
Wait, it was a topless Domino's girl?
I don't remember that.
No, pizza from the top. Less. There's a space in there.
Oh, then
It's
listen.
not topless. That's
So-
one word.
Downtown
less.
Downtown Sturgis, there's a Domino's on Main Street. I'm not joking. My family and I ate there. We think it's the best Domino's.
It's the same crap.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. It's made with different.
No, there's no different.
You mean to
ingredients.
tell me that food doesn't taste different in Montana with that tap water they have versus the water I got in Southern California? You are up out your mind. Up out your mind. Absolutely, there's a difference in taste no matter which state you go to because
Out your mind.
I was looking
Are
at
you-
that
wait,
too. I've
are
never
you-
heard
are
that.
you-
Is that a
wait.
California thing?
Is that yeah? Where are you from? Louisiana?
Up out your mind.
Out your mind.
All right. So
Moving on.
moving on. So
Drunk pizza is always good.
It is
El
good.
Buffalo.
okay,
Yes.
you know what? That might be a
It has a
factor.
play. It has a
Because
play in
Okay,
the.
next year I'm gonna try it sober.
However, we
I
did
was-
try it.
I was sober
We did
most
try
of
it
the week.
sober. We tried it when we went to Bikini Beach.
It was still amazing.
It was
completely
good.
sober. We
I was sober because I drank Diet Coke all week.
I was like 2 sips of beer in when I got my slice of pizza. So
I did
You were
have.
drunk
I had
on
one beer.
Dayquil. You had like a
I
whole
was.
bottle of Dayquil.
okay, can we talk about Dayquil and the safety? I don't
And
know. What,
doses.
is it the ADA? Who? FDA?
FDA.
Yeah, I don't think the FDA would approve of somebody downing an entire bottle of Dayquil.
There's a third of a bottle left.
Yeah, but you only took 1 serving. That's a problem.
No,
Two.
I took three
Three.
three servings
Okay.
Yeah.
in one day. When you're not supposed to take more than
2 servings.
And then this
Okay.
guy's giving me junk about having him take another allergy pill. He's like, oh, 12 hours. It's like 16 minutes to 12 hours. I'm like, dude, you're fine. You can take an allergy pill.
David wants to know if we hit the Loud America.
Loud American? Yeah.
Yes.
That's where you were at during the live stream, and you had fries and all the waters when I was doing my live stream, and I walked by and you'd have a water for me
That's
like
where
I
we
was
hung out.
That's the Loud American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you hung out in
Oh, when you
Monterey
interviewed
Commons.
Becca.
Yes.
You
Becca.
did it live, and I meandered.
Becca the
strip.
teacher.
Yep. So
Yes.
we did do a couple live streams, and let's talk about that for a second because Heather did her first live stream, her first walking live stream.
Yeah.
Um,
With technical difficulties, because of course
Sure,
there
but-
can't be.
I thought it went over very well.
It was fun. I was surprised I could actually talk for an hour, walk and talk, and it was cool. Judith was there. My mom and dad were watching, and
Yeah.
a couple other people on. So
I was watching
cool.
from the bedroom.
he was
All right.
here. Yep.
So you took
Today I was passed out.
So the rides, just so everybody knows, we did Vinaca Canyon, we did Iron Mountain Road, we did Needles, we did Spearfish Canyon. As far as the majors, and then the outskirts to get to these places is still beautiful. Can we
Yeah.
agree?
I
Like
agree.
even just to get to the ride, you're like, oh, hey, this isn't the ride. This
And
is-
I loved going through all the towns like Deadwood and.
Oh yeah,
Lead.
Deadwood's phenomenal.
Lead is pretty cool. It's way up high in the hill. It's pretty cool.
So let's just say those 4. What is your? We'll ask Heather first. What's your favorite ride and why?
Well, I think Spearfish. Well, I don't know. So, if after day 1 or after day 2 when we did Spearfish, because you and I did Spearfish when Scotty was sick, so then I had done all of the big rides,
Okay.
and then Spearfish was my favorite because it's less technical. So I got a chance to enjoy it more. I felt like the lanes were a little wider. There was more shoulder in more places, so I could enjoy.
Can I interrupt you?
Hey,
The wife is
on.
checking
The
in.
wife is checking in.
Hi, wife.
She must be done.
Oh yeah, the wife was watching my
Oh, yeah.
live stream too. That's right.
And we're gonna get back to your live stream in just a second. I'm sorry, your answer to
The
Spearfish
ride.
Canyon, the
Yep.
ride. But we almost pulled off a miracle with the wife.
Oh yeah.
We almost had her convinced to jump on a red-eye flight and come out here for I think it would have been 32 hours or something like that. We literally were all out here on our phones, laptops, looking at every flight.
If only we could have found somebody to watch the rats.
Well, yeah.
It was a
rest.
done deal.
And the dog.
The dog was easy. The dog we could have dropped off.
I don't
at
know that it
Megan's.
was a done
Megan's,
deal.
yeah.
Megan's.
because,
The dog would have got dropped off at Megan's. We just needed the rats covered.
Yeah. So, and then the wife would have
Emotional
flown in,
support rats, just
which
bring 'em.
would have
We're
been.
not talking about kids.
We're,
They
yeah.
really have pet rats.
I understand I call my wife the wife, but I don't call my kids the rats. Okay, so let's clarify that. But the wife, I don't know if she knows, but look what I found. So all right, so day 1, you're talking about Spearfish Canyon.
Yeah. Well, so first, yeah. So after doing all 4, spearfish was my favorite. Then, throughout the week, as I got more comfortable with the curves and riding and figured some things out, I don't know. Then Iron Mountain. When we did Iron Mountain the second time, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it has all these like corkscrew roads and.
Well, let's
like,
be
it's
honest.
scary.
We were on a time crunch to get back here before the convoy got here,
Yeah.
which we still didn't make in time.
9 minutes late.
We were 9 minutes late, so we were pushing it a little bit. And to be honest with you, like,
You were excited looking
oh,
in your mirror.
oh yeah, no, and then to see Heather progress in such a short amount of time, and I'm thinking I'm going to be miles ahead.
There was one corner that you went through, and then she sent it. Like, she full on sent it into the corner. And halfway through the corner, she's just like, whoa!
Oh yeah, because
And
she's
she
on the
just-
cardo.
she's
and
just
I might
like-
have had a couple.
She just, like, when you send it and you're halfway through, you just gotta keep
You
sending
gotta
it.
go. You
But
gotta
it
go.
just
felt
gotta go.
awesome. That whole ride.
Well,
felt
you guys are
super
talking
comfortable.
on your systems.
Yeah, yeah.
It was cool. And
No,
then,
and
and
we
then
get out of the corner and
the best
and
part,
he's like,
we get out of the corner and you just see Ryan just jacking a big fist up in the air, like,
Yeah, because I could, watching him in my rearview mirror, because I thought I was going to be a long way. I thought I was going to stop at the bottom.
You
of
were
the
either going to be a long way away or Heather was going to be on the other side of the road in the ditch.
Yeah, I was going to have to make a U-turn, find out where you guys were at. But no, there she was coming
She
around
rocked
the
it.
corner, and it was just one of those shots in the rearview mirror that looked so cool. I wish I had a still shot camera to see the lean angle.
I got a lot of good GoPro
And
of it.
I mean, I immediately just threw my hand up in the air because it was a big progression. That was a big step. I mean, you're on a road glide. Like, that's not the easiest bike to throw around, and you were doing great. So that was exciting. So I understand day one, but now that we're talking about all of it, what's your favorite?
There's some difference. I think I'm gonna say Iron Mountain.
Oh, she's changed it to Iron Mountain, so that's one for Iron Mountain Road. Scotty?
It's like a tie still.
Oh, hang on. Iowa Hog Rider wants to know, did we ride Aladdin to Hewlett?
No.
No, we didn't do that.
Then
See you later, Judith.
Oh.
Bye, Judith.
Good
See
to
you,
see you.
Judith.
Thanks for watching.
Hit that like button.
Mine, huh?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Okay, so the Mount Rushmore Road with the tunnels. Is that
That's Iron
Needles?
Mountain. That's Iron Mountain. Well, there's the Needle's Eye, which is the one where she got the banger of me on top of the mountain. That's Needles. With
What's
the
the one
Needle's
where
Eye.
you're running through the tunnels and you can see
The President's?
Yeah.
That's Iron Mountain Road.
What was the one on the
I'm
backside?
doing Iron Mountain Road.
Okay, so I'm an Iron Mountain Road person. You guys let us know in the comments if you've been to Sturgis, because I already know the wife's answer. But
And there was a lot of people who said that Spearfish was by far. Spearfish was great.
yeah, it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. But Iron Mountain is ridiculous.
There's something peaceful about riding Spearfish Canyon, though.
Yeah.
agree.
That because it's less technical.
It's
You
less
can
technical.
enjoy more. It's less thrilling, like from a adrenaline standpoint.
but sure.
And I'm normally like a slow, like I like to look at the scenery. I'm not really an adrenaline junkie until I am. So,
Until you're flying down
right?
Iron Mountain Road,
Until I go, oh my god, that was so cool.
The wife says girl power.
double
Yeah.
the speed limit.
Now we gotta get the wife.
Just
on
kidding,
the
Mom
bike.
and Dad. She was not going double the speed limit. She was
I was
going exactly
not.
the speed limit.
Because you can't. You cannot go
Oh.
over the speed limit here.
That's right.
Like more than like a couple miles an hour because the
There are cops
police
everywhere.
presence is
Everywhere.
yeah,
Everywhere.
which is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is
I
good.
felt like
What's crazy is everybody knows it too, because everybody sets their cruise control at 36 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You ain't going 38 because you don't want to chance it. So, and it's crazy because some of that long stretch of road coming from the Chip. So if you guys don't know, the Chip is about 8. No, I don't even know if it's 8 miles. I
Probably
think
about
it's
5
4
miles.
Yeah, 4 or 5 miles east of
town.
downtown Sturgis, and that entire stretch of road, everybody's going 35 miles an hour. Like
Yeah.
there's, and
Yeah.
and I think I already told you guys this, but they changed the speed limits on the freeway,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
so they're usually 80
That-
miles an hour through there.
75 or 80, yeah.
I've been
now
I
it's
think
80, I
it's,
believe.
65.
Yeah.
it's
And now
80.
they're 65.
It's 65.
And you can see all the signs have like a
Oh yeah, a little
thing
cutout.
over it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well played, Sturgis.
But I mean, it's really good because it's so much traffic. There's so many bikes. There's so many people, and there's still a lot of car and truck traffic out there.
And we already saw it. We already discussed it. We
and
had
I will-
we did see a
I'm gonna
couple
say this.
accidents.
There were a lot of people pulled over this weekend, but 90% of the people that were pulled over
Were not
were not
motorcycles.
We're
motorcycles.
in a cage.
They
Yeah.
were cars or
Yeah.
trucks.
Which
And that's just because it's tourists coming through here, but they're trying to keep the bikers safe.
which leads me to believe that they weren't trying to gun for us bikers.
No,
they were
not
they,
at
they
all.
literally were just playing anybody that I would say that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
The safety of everybody, the bikers included, because we're probably the most vulnerable. Yeah, we saw bikers pulled over, but that's a pretty good assessment that there was a lot of cages being pulled over.
Oh,
Yeah.
lots.
Yeah.
Lot of
And the
cages.
vast majority were in cages. So
Yep.
So
Big
let's
dub
talk,
bus. I saw a dub bus.
so then we did.
Yep.
So all right, so we have 2 for Iron Mountain Road. I'm also an Iron Mountain Road person. That's one of my gotta be
Oh.
my favorite ride.
Hog
Brad
Rider
says, "Oh, go ahead."
Hog Rider says Aladdin the Hewlett might be better than Spearfish.
Oh wow.
So wait, what road is Aladdin to Hewitt? Is that Sheridan Road? Because that past Sheridan Lake, that was beautiful too.
No, that was beautiful.
And my friend Todd had mentioned that to me, and so I was happy we were on it. But that was where you went through, and there was like you were
I
up
just
on
don't
the
think that you
bridge,
could
and
compare
there's
anything else to Iron Mountain Road because you have the presidents that you're staring at from
Multiple
Yeah.
times.
multiple times, and it's cool to see it in your rearview mirror because there's usually a motorcyclist behind you, and you can see the presidents. And then it's also good to take it the other direction where you turn into that tunnel, and there's Rushmore, and you're like, holy crap, it's right there.
You know, the part that I liked most was I
the
don't
one
know
behind it.
if we did it today or yesterday. Was it
Yesterday.
yesterday with the military biker?
Yeah.
When we went behind it and we saw the side shot of Washington.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was-
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that because they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go around the road the back way. So that was what military biker
Yep.
and John and Gareth.
Gareth. Yeah.
Who else was with
You're
us?
so good at
was
remembering
it.
names. You might be the best
Hey.
person I know that remembers people's names.
that
names
was
are
it
important.
was just those three.
They are
That
important.
Okay.
Like you.
Oh,
you-
and oh no, it
Oh,
was
and DeBeard and Carolyn.
Biker and Bruce.
Piney Princess.
Yeah,
Carolyn.
Piney Princess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a little powwow with everybody over at the brewery or the cigar bar
In Deadwood.
in Deadwood, which was a phenomenal experience. I know Scotty was already not feeling good and to inhale all that cigar smoke
Oh
sucked.
my
but,
god. I thought I was gonna die in there.
But yeah,
But
to
that
me,
place was cool.
it was very cool.
So it's the Deadwood Tobacco Company, and they make a lot of the cigars,
Yep.
right?
The
So
wife says Iron Mountain 2 needles.
Right. Well, yeah, but I
Oh
believe
no, she said Iron Mountain is greater than Needles. That's better than Needles. That's the greater than symbol. And then the wife, okay, is so.
A lot of people are trying.
Spearfish number
Darren
one
says
though.
Iron Mountain 2.
Needles is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Needles is beautiful.
Needles is cool. Needles is very cool.
Like it's a close second.
It's very close. But there's, man, to see the
Okay.
presidents going through the tunnel.
So Roger says Iron Mountain is the best, but Spearfish to reflect. Yeah, that.
You know what I was
I
thinking
agree.
too? I don't know why. Let me see if I can do this. Does it?
What are you doing? Do you want to make it bigger?
Well, I was just gonna watch. I was gonna go. You guys keep talking.
We're
Oh,
at
the
technical
pop-out?
difficulties here.
Yeah, pop out
Pop
chat.
out chat. Well then, I made it bigger.
Well, no. What I was gonna do is let's just make the chat much bigger,
Oh, there we go.
so that we don't have to be like squinting. Maybe it's just my old age.
I'm not squinting. I can. see
Vernacular
that just
Canyon
fine.
is sneaky good, Ricky. Yeah.
Yeah, that
That's-
was good.
We've done that.
That's-
we did that a couple times.
And I do believe we did it today.
And so we did it 3 times.
Yeah, Vanacker Canyon is one of the most underestimated roads in all of the Black Hills, in my
I
opinion.
kind of don't want to tell anybody about it, so it's not as crowded next time.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know how you can miss it. It goes right out of Sturgis.
because I'm telling you, my first time here, we had no idea until we met up with, maybe my wife would know. Who did we meet up with? We were invited to go on a ride, and it's making me mad that I don't remember who this is, but we were out on a ride, invited into this group ride to go into Nemo for this breakfast, and they took us up Vanacker Canyon, and it was absolutely phenomenal. And I even stopped. It's in Sturgis Doesn't Care. Like I stopped. That was the first place in Sturgis. All of the drone shots, like as far as when I don't classify where it's at, are all on Vanacker Canyon during sunset. All of them.
Yeah.
So
Darren says Badlands is fun. Darren, we didn't do Badlands because Ryan drives Badlands basically all the time at home.
well, let me explain
Um,
that too. because everybody always asks that, and
Yeah.
remember the next question because, so in Southern California, there's a lot of things that look exactly like the Badlands.
It was Bagger Bader.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Bagger Bader. Sorry, buddy. And I saw him this week too. So just to go back, man, I'm in so many different directions.
Badlands.
To answer your question about like Vinaka Canyon, we didn't know. We were traveling Iron Mountain Road. I think that we didn't do that till year 2. Did I ever know about Vinaka Canyon? I went an entire trip here without doing Vinaka Canyon.
Really?
It wasn't until
That's hard.
yeah.
That's really hard to do because it's like right here.
I know, but you just don't think about it. Like you look at the map and you're immediately going to all like the main thing. Now, leading to the Badlands, Southern California, especially like east San Diego, far east, and going towards Arizona, there is a section in the Superstition Mountains that are in San Diego, or in California, not Arizona, that is literally identical to the Badlands. Now, I did go to the Badlands before, and it's a long ride to get out there to see something that you see. It just felt pretty normal to me.
I mean,
So,
it's an hour and a half
Yep.
drive, and we saw it, in the distance on the way in because we drove by that way on 90. And I've been there before with the kids, so it didn't matter much to me. But I think it would be fun to ride through that also on a bike.
yeah, I mean, and you will do it. I mean, it's the same thing. So just so that everybody knows, we did not get a chance. Which the biggest one I'm bummed about. It might shock people, but we didn't do Badlands. We did not do Devil's Tower, and we did not do
Crazy Horse.
Now, Crazy Horse,
Kind
I
of
love.
disappointed about Crazy Horse.
Crazy
I
Horse
wanted
is
to do
phenomenal. Like the ride, it's not like the best ride, but to actually be there and learn more about Crazy Horse.
If I had remembered it that we didn't do it, I would have suggested we do it today.
Well, if it meant that much to you, you would have remembered.
But I've seen
And
it.
I
remember
suggested
I've
it yesterday
seen it
and we got
before.
You remember
turned down.
everybody's name after the first time they tell you, and you don't remember Crazy Horse?
I've seen it.
All right, so it hasn't changed.
Well, I saw it 10 years ago, so that was my only thought. Like,
So
well, maybe it changed since
They got
then.
one eyelash done.
Yeah, because it's going to take forever to
So
do it.
it's gonna look the same next year when we come. We'll go see it then.
Would you like to discuss? This is an important topic right now. Would you like to discuss our invitation from Carolyn Doodle on a motorcycle to go take part in the medicine wheel?
I was waiting to
Yes.
bring that up. Yes.
So,
But hang on. Hold on.
wait.
El Buffalo's comment. It's always great to have a tour guide for your first time in Sturgis. Our first 4 years ago was Pro Monkey as our tour guide, which makes for a great first time. Sturgeon.
See, I said that. I learned that term down on my live when I was
He's good.
talking to people.
Professional Monkey and Professional Monkey's dad and the wife and I, we all joined them for a ride, and they took us to a whole new way to get to Needles, the back way off the 385 and all that stuff. It was nice. So agreed. Professional Monkey might be the best tour guide because he's been coming out here for umpteenth years, right? Like he's got everything wired. So he would be a good one to be a tour guide.
Iowa Hawk, he just retracted it.
What'd it say?
Something about riding through the Badlands is like riding through Iowa is just greener.
Which is ironic because it's pretty brown.
I don't know. Iowa's greener,
Iowa's greener.
I think, maybe.
All right, so let's talk about
Medicine wheel.
Doodle.
Doodle. So Doodle.
Ryan got an invite from Doodle to do the medicine wheel ride,
Yep.
and which Ryan invited us, and wow,
Yeah, I don't know if I want to talk about
what a
it.
swing of emotions.
So there's a couple caveats we got to throw out here right now. I learned something new this trip is that, and this is not a bad thing by any way, like by any means, but Heather's an emotional person. I too consider myself to be an emotional person, so it's fine.
Wait, Ryan, you took a picture of her and she cried. Way to go.
I cried when E.T. went home.
Well,
Everybody cried when E.T. went
Come
home.
on. you know, like when Old Yeller died, I cried as well. Did you not?
cried.
I didn't watch that because I knew he died,
Heather,
and I wasn't
Heather.
going to put myself through that. What?
You cry on cereal commercials.
some commercials are really good.
All right, so Heather's a crier. I didn't realize. The first time ever a photograph I took made somebody cry that I knew about.
I didn't cry. I got misty a little bit.
Did you remove your glasses and wipe your eyes?
With Kleenex. And blow your nose.
Yeah. So hey, that's a compliment.
Fine,
That's a
fine.
compliment to
Okay.
me.
Ryan has been taking these just banger pictures all week, posting up
Fire.
on. Yeah,
Banger.
you've been on fire.
It's been weird.
And so he took a picture of me and Scott at Needles by the Needles Tunnel, and I don't have a lot of really good pictures of us
No,
together, and so it was just like it was so good. So I think you posted it. If you didn't post it, I'll post it.
Yeah, I think I was waiting for you to
Oh,
post it.
okay. Well, I'll post it on my
So
Instagram.
just so everybody knows,
you
usually if I
can-
take your photo, I'm gonna wait for you to post it on your own Instagram before I'm gonna go ahead and post it.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I thought you posted.
You know. So anyway,
But definitely bangers.
So anyway,
alright.
this medicine wheel ride.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
So
let's
in
get back
all
to
of the craziness going on and all of the fun and party atmosphere, we went over to Bear Butte. It's a state park, or it's a.
We can see the mountain.
something,
It's right
but
there.
We can see it from our campsite. It is a sacred place, I believe, with the Lakota Indians, Native American tribes, and this ride was to bring awareness and raise money to help indigenous people who have. There's an issue with, kind of essentially
They're being kidnapped and murdered.
kidnapped and murdered and trafficked.
There's
and,
a lot of red tape between the tribes and local
so
police
the
and
investigations
FBI.
don't happen timely and things. So there's a whole lot going on, and they're just trying to bring awareness to this. And there's a lot of really sad stories and very heartbreaking, heart-wrenching stories for families of people who have been missing, and essentially not finding these remnants of people till years and years later in deserts and things, and I don't want to go into it, but it was a lot. And then we went on this ride, and there was a lot of ceremony and song and remembering memories of the people. So
And I'll be honest with you, like half the stuff they were singing, I didn't understand. I didn't like.
because they spoke half.
Half of it was in their native language,
tongue, which was beautiful.
which it was absolutely awesome because you didn't know what they were saying, but you knew how much
was
it meant to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. And it was interesting to hear about the culture, like as far as things that I've never thought about before, to be honest with you, and the fact that that when you look at, they don't have the resources and the funding to conduct a proper,
Investigation.
police, activity to follow up on somebody's murder, and they almost get pushed to the wayside, and that was kind of eye opening. So for those people to express those stories. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt. So go ahead.
No. So it was sort of this somber, serious event, and then we all went on a ride, and it was very emotional, and it was a beautiful ride. And I think did we go through Vinacker?
We did.
So that was through Vinacker Canyon, and we ended in Deadwood, and then they had music and food, and and it was a celebration to in memory of people that were lost, and so it was just a
lot of riders too. There
So
was,
that was
couple
it was
hundred
over
riders,
200.
right?
It
Yeah.
was over 200. So here's the cool part about this, which I didn't realize till we got there. Thrash and Supply Boys had a ride that
Yep.
day as well with 2 Lane Life.
Yep.
With his dad, and both rides met up in Deadwood at the same park.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you have, and I think they had 300 and some.
Okay.
Yeah, you have
So
all
we,
these riders.
so we had 500 plus riders coming to Deadwood at the same time,
Yeah.
and then we all sat there and celebrated the heritage and the.
Yeah. So
The
we'll
rides.
have to Brian will have to put the link for the Medicine Wheel
Yeah, I
ride
can do that.
in the comments. Also, the Red Sand Project, which is sort of
Was really cool
looking
to
at the
partake in.
people that fell through the cracks, and you pour your red sand. I'm saving mine, and I'm bringing it back to Wisconsin. I'm going to fill some cracks there. So, but you could put a link to that in the description
Yeah.
as well.
I'll do that.
But it was an emotional day, and I think we had We had some.
And I'm gonna say this: out of all the things that we did in the last 10 days, I'm doing that again.
Yeah.
The medicine wheel ride?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Well, it was probably the only thing you were healthy for while we've been here, to be fair.
And I detailed her bike.
And you detailed her bike. That's right.
Yeah.
No, it was super, super cool to see, to be honest. And then learning about Bear Butte and it being a sacred ground, and like that's where, you know, there's the indigenous tribe that I guess that's where they turn boys into men, I guess is how it was explained.
Yeah,
to me.
and
Like, it's a ritual.
When we first got here, when I saw the mountain over there, I was just like, "Oh, that's really cool." You know, it's neat. Now that you've been over there and you know the history of it, and it's like a sacred land to them.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's a different meaning when you look at it.
Sure.
If we would have had time, I would have gone back.
I would have loved to
just
have gone back there.
Just to go
Yep.
be there and read some of the signs and the history. But so that would be something as a for more of a low key day next year that I would probably do.
So those of you that haven't done this ride, I challenge you to do it next year.
I feel like that you're missing out on a lot of questions for some
I
reason.
have not seen any. They're just
Did everybody just leave?
no.
Oh,
No,
somebody mentioned, I think El Buffalo was talking about Dez. yeah.
Knowing everything.
Yeah, Dez,
Yes.
Wind Road Therapy is also, she actually took,
But she doesn't like Laconia.
Oh no, yeah. So she went on a ton of rides. I was watching Wind Road Therapy, her Instagram, and she has this little map thing that shows like where they all went. So yeah, we saw a lot of her this week, but I would love to ride
she
with
could
her
be a
next
straight-up
week.
travel
so.
agent because she got us on this train when I came in with the wife and our kids. We came in a week early, and in lead,
So she's the Sturgis travel agent.
she should be.
Oh, and El Buffalo apparently too, according to Bogey.
Yeah. So, yeah, she took us in and got us, set up to take this train with the kids and the wife. We had a great time. It takes you from Lead all the way to Deadwood.
Oh.
And it's a cool, like, old-fashioned, old-school train, and you get to go through, like, the mountains and stuff.
We have a question.
Sure, fire away.
Rich told Ryan, do you ever go to Arizona Bike Week? Don't answer that. Ryan does go to Arizona Bike Week, but if you ask to meet up with him, he ghosts you.
Wow. Do you want to go ahead and clarify that?
One time.
Nah, you can. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead and tell your version of it.
My version?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
You
reached
tell
out to
your
Ryan
version. Just
2 years ago.
wait a minute. Just to be fair, because I'm gonna go get another Liney's. But to be fair,
No,
tell your.
I'll get a Liney's.
Okay.
You two go ahead.
All right.
If you bring me a hoodie back, it's getting chilly.
A hoodie, a Liney's.
All right. So, go ahead. You tell your version, and I'll tell the truth.
2 years ago,
Okay.
I reached out to Mr. Ryan, and I said, hey, it'd be nice to meet up with you, hang out, say hi, blah, blah, blah. And then I was going to just say to him, like, hey, if you want to come up to Milwaukee, feel free to come hang with us, you can stay by us, blah, 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 whatever. So I go over to Arizona Bike Week, pay my entrance fee to go in to see
Which
the
is a short
vendors.
ride for you. Let's be fair. Like, how long was it? Like,
Arizona?
yeah, from where you were at. Like,
It was like 27 hours.
yeah, 27 hours. So, all right.
It's a short
yeah,
ride.
short ride.
Not
All right.
bad. So, I rode 27 hours to go see. That guy's doing a wheelie over there. Sorry, got distracted. 27 hours to go see Ryan, essentially, and go to Arizona Bike Week. And then meet up with you and Adam. So I get over to Arizona Bike Week.
And there was
Get
no,
over to.
there was no plan for us to meet up. It was just
No, it's just like, hey, I'll let you know where we're at. And I think you were at the Law Tigers tent with Adam.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, I'll be, I'm heading that way. So I start heading over there. They're gone.
Yeah, things move pretty quick.
They were gone.
Hang on.
All right, I'm bringing
They
you
gone.
because the rest of the Liney's are out here. Here's your hoodie.
There's my hoodie. Thanks, honey.
All right. So you guys, and I felt bad. We tried, and you all right?
But bam, yeah, I tripped on the. Ow.
Something about Wabam taking her out.
If I remember correctly, like you went to Cave Creek and we were up at Westworld.
I went to Westworld. I went to Westworld.
And we were in Cave Creek.
And you were in Cave
Yeah,
Creek.
like we just kept missing each other.
We just kept missing each other.
Nonetheless.
No, he didn't try and avoid me. It just didn't work out.
So to be fair, but we did finally meet up.
After he called me and begged me to stay at our place.
Yeah. But they opened their home up to us to come stay with them for the 120th, which was awesome.
Open the garage door, try and shut it on you.
Yeah.
Tried to take him out.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, it was an assassination attempt, really.
Failed, clearly.
So, let's talk about merch for a little bit. You guys have never been here before, and people in the side chat that have been here, they can comment on this. Every place that I went to was 3 shirts for $30. I have never...
Didn't you get 6 shirts for $30?
I did. So I was going to get into that, but you kind of like just jumped right in there.
Jumped right into it. Sorry.
So...
Spoiled it.
And usually it'll be like 2 for 4... Oh, no.
Not even close.
2 for 40 or...
3 for 35.
3 for 30. I saw a lot of 3
I saw
for
3
30.
for 30 or 3
3
for
for
40.
40.
Oh, yeah, but 3 for 40, but they're even more expensive usually. This year, obviously, it's not an anniversary year, so it's a little bit less, but there were some pretty cool t-shirt designs.
Next
And
year
so-
will be more.
Oh, 100th anniversary year.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that too. Honestly, you look back at what, in years past, it's an off year, but there was some cool shirt designs. So yesterday, I go in and I need to buy some extra shirts. I picked up 6 shirts thinking I was going to spend $60, and she rings me up for $30, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, last day sale or something like that. And then I realized on the ride home, I'm like, I think she messed up. Because I went back there today when we rode through town, and I still saw 3 for 30. There was no 6 for 30. Scotty, we got a big screen right here. You can stay off.
No, I'm just reading some of the...
If there's questions you're missing,
Stonehouse Bar. No. Did you talk about that when I was in there?
No.
Oh my God, the
Okay.
beard. Hang on, hold on, we gotta back up before that even. Sorry, the beard says it's very disrespectful to call her the wife.
oh yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
but
We had
that's-
this discussion
But that's
last
the
night.
wife's name.
That's
Which-
the wife's name.
Which literally says it right there. It's not like she typed it in. It says the wife.
Hi, the
Yeah.
wife.
Well, the beard can't
We
read.
wish you were here. Okay. No, I want to talk about the Stonehouse
No, we
Bar.
talked about real quick. We talked about that yesterday at the cigar bar.
Oh, yeah.
That how people always like, oh, it's pretty disrespectful to call your wife the wife, and we talked about that. Anyway, go ahead.
Stonehouse Bar.
Stonehouse Bar.
So I know we didn't go out to Devil's Tower, but I heard that you go out there and that there's this Stonehouse Bar and it's just like in the middle of nowhere, but it's a cool biker place to go. So next year that's on the list. I think it's on the way to Devil's Tower or somewhere out there.
The beard's-
David, is that where that is?
that's what you were
Hey.
talking about, wasn't it?
Can we
Yeah.
call out DeBeard right now since he's here? He's watching right now. Can we call him out like directly?
Yeah.
Yes.
He should
All right.
come down here.
Well, he could literally walk. Why couldn't he walk? Bert, you and the Piney Princess could walk right back into the Buffalo Chip. You're welcome.
And come sit down with us.
And come sit down and join this.
And bring more beer because we only have 2 linings left.
However,
No
comma,
Are you serious?
I do have a pet peeve. We can talk about pet peeves for a
Okay,
second.
pet peeves it is.
We're going there.
Oh wait. Are you is this on DeBert?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna tell you he said something before this, so it'll give you more fuel. He says he's still waiting for Ryan to come to New Jersey. He told me he was coming in 2021.
Yeah, okay, and that's fine. Because I also know he's a liar for the sheer fact that if I made that happen tomorrow and then I'd be like, hey, the fair is fair. You said you'd come out. He's like, yeah, I didn't say
And
what.
I have a feeling you're gonna agree with this comment from him too.
What?
Everyone knows the wife is cooler than Ryan. Can she come next year instead of Ryan?
It's true.
See?
That's true.
I knew that.
It's fair.
I knew that.
But we're in a dusty area. Can we agree?
Dusty. My
How many
God.
times have we washed our bikes? Like sprayed
4
them
or
down.
5.
I'm out of Wabam. Whiplash.
It's just to the sheer fact of dust. And my bike's not a show bike. We all know that. It's ridden. It's not hidden. But I cannot stand, even on cars, when people think it's funny to draw with their
Right crap
finger
on your bike.
on their bike.
That
The beard.
scratches the paint.
Don't do that.
And I never thought it was funny. I never thought I would never do it. DeBeard, let's put it. Hey Bert, I will never write on your bike with my finger. I'm just saying.
He didn't use his
Scratches the
finger.
paint.
That is the truth that you will
I
never
don't wanna
ever
know
see.
what he used.
I don't care if it's mist. I don't care if it's anything. You will never see
You're
me
assuming it was De Beers.
draw.
It probably was not military biker.
No, it wasn't military biker. But
It wasn't De Beers?
I don't know. Was it De Beers? I mean, did we see this happening?
I'm just letting you know.
Somebody draw a penis on your bike?
I think they did. I think they did. And that's right up to Beard's alley.
Okay. David Leach says yes. Stonehouse is on the way to Devil's Tower.
Oh, he wants to change it back. All right.
I'm okay with talking about penises on your bike.
Okay, wait. So just
over.
general pet peeves though, touching other people's bikes. You noticed that you didn't see anybody like
Messing
nobody
with
was
somebody
like
else.
leaning on somebody's bike or whatever.
Yeah,
so
it's a
like,
lot of respect out here, friend.
Yeah,
That is one thing I did notice too.
Yeah.
More this year than ever before. I watch people when they park their bikes next to somebody else's bike. They got very close. They're very, very careful. And then even when they're cutting in between, bikes on Main Street, they're not just like bumping into bikes and just like, hey, that bike shouldn't have grown there. They literally like are sidestepping shit.
I got it. So
What's your pet peeve?
no, I don't have a pet peeve.
He's reading comments.
I have a very happy.
Oh, I have pet peeves. So if we're gonna, do you want to wait for the happy thing?
Yeah,
or-
well, I'll wait for the happy thing. Go ahead with
Okay.
your pet peeve.
My pet peeve is all of these stop and go lights that are in town are all four-way stops the whole time. And it just sucks when it's busy to just go. I mean, you're just like power walking the whole
To
time.
be fair, this is the throttle. Your right
Right.
hand. So-
But we're backwards. We're weird. I'm a yoga teacher. I do everything backwards for the audience.
You're literally going like this. Like I don't even know how you did that. Like how do you do that? All right.
That's funny.
But that was a pet peeve of mine because it was. There were times when there's not that much traffic and you still have to stop at every single block. It would just be nice to have regular lights.
Yeah.
I know it's for safety, but it's
Yeah.
annoying.
All right.
I didn't really have any pet peeves.
Let's spin it back to you for your.
My happy moment?
Yeah.
Because you're
The best. You know what I really enjoyed? I really enjoyed.
Napping?
Well, I enjoyed napping.
during a
Only
concert.
because I was sick. But
Yeah, you can tell the
enjoyed
wife
it.
she's got some competition because this guy naps more than anybody I know.
I don't normally, though. Ask Heather. I don't normally take naps.
All right.
No,
Unless I'm
you do.
on
Fooled me.
vacation in a camper or in a campground, I take naps. It's just
All right.
what I do.
Good.
My happy for this whole trip, honestly, when I'm riding third out of the three of us, Ryan's out front, Heather's in the middle, I'm behind, bringing up the rear, protecting everybody's six, and I get to watch everybody gawk at Heather riding her road glide.
Yep. Oh, I know.
Man, you want to talk about chest out, happy.
Like silverback gorilla pounding.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
man, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
that's my girl.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I
she's
do it with the
getting
wife all the
looked
time.
at. Dudes are passing her on the highway doing
And the girls
75
do it-
miles an hour, and a dude's like this looking at her, and he's got a girl on the back of the bike.
Yeah. And you do the same thing. Like my wife, like they wear their hair down in braids and stuff
Because
like
The
that.
ponytails
That's
hanging
The
out.
ponytails
Because
coming out.
It doesn't
And
it's
so you know it's a
snarled
chick.
that way.
Oh,
The
yeah,
beard,
it's a girl.
I am a
Yeah.
moderator. I'll kick you out right now.
Did I make you a moderator?
Yeah.
Is he?
I am.
Oh.
Naps.
Naps are gay, he says.
Oh. Oh no, I thought De Beard was saying he was a moderator.
No,
I was like, oh shit.
I said I'm a moderator. I'll kick his ass
All right.
out.
So, yeah. So all in all, I mean, it was an eventful. We were pretty much doing what we needed to do as far as getting up, going to ride. Our routine was very simple. We had coffee when Scott would remember to make it.
Coffee.
I don't drink coffee, and I make coffee like
It's in your vows.
7 out of the 10 days.
It was in our vows.
7 out. It's in our vows, not Ryan's.
I just happen to be the guy that's here that also enjoys coffee. So if it's being made, which is actually pretty awesome, like the vows that they made when they got married was that he was going to make coffee for her every single day. So
The wife is saying goodbye. Time for dinner. Love you all. Miss you, sugar buns. Why don't you guys rock, paper, scissors?
Over whose sugar buns? Oh, you guys rock, paper, scissors for the bill at breakfast one day.
That's right. I won.
You did win.
So
But I
Good night,
and
wife.
you bought breakfast.
I'll call
again.
you.
You bought breakfast again.
I'll call you
today.
when we're all done with the live stream. Yeah.
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 And then I said, well, that's unacceptable. So then I grabbed military bikers checks.
Did you?
I did.
Oh. So yeah, no, it's been a very eventful Sturgis. I will tell you this: next year, as we're looking at like prepping for 2025, that's an anniversary year. What you cannot expect is the same type of service we got this year. I will
It
tell
was
you that.
good.
I know. I will tell you
really
right
good.
now, it is going to be. You think your patience is tested?
Thanks, Brad.
Go to an anniversary year. What-
Says I make good coffee.
So,
I
I
make
have a
coffee
feeling you're
for
missing
them,
a lot
but
of questions. Do me a favor.
I'm not.
I don't know if Time Band is really on this right now, so if you have questions, repost them right now.
I have
and I'll
not missed
check
any
it.
questions. None. Nobody's.
So,
It's mostly just
CJ said
the beer
squirrel.
giving you crap.
Is that a question?
squirrel.
Hi, CJ
Squirrel.
again. Oh yeah,
Could be. It could be.
Oh,
What?
The Beard says, in all seriousness, we had a
did
blast
that truck
hanging.
ran over an
Oh.
animal right in
It was a
front-
cat.
cat. Oh,
The cat.
He
Yeah,
was-
it
the
was
cat was-
already dead.
It was already
dead.
dead, but it was still morbid to see the guy like running back over a dead
I
cat.
told Heather it was a mountain lion.
Same family.
The Beard says, in all seriousness, we had a blast hanging out with you guys last night. It was a great day. Agreed.
So that's
Well,
the
tell
thing.
him that he owes me a detail. Can you relate it
He
to
did, he said it wasn't him.
Uh huh.
He would never do that.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
He
Oh.
says he appreciates the fact that you would never do it to him. I don't think it was him.
Interesting. Either way.
I think it would be military biker.
Maybe
Anyways,
maybe
yeah.
it was.
Maybe it was. I don't know. They were on a good one.
They were feeling no pain.
No pain.
In fact, was that the night John just disappeared?
Nope, that
No,
was the
this
night
was
before.
last
The
night.
night
This was
before.
last night.
That's right. It was
The night before last, those guys were gonna try to go get up closer to the stage. So military biker was going, and then
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
that
gonna
was the
go,
first day
and
they
then
were
John.
here.
I was like, I'm
Did
gonna go
an
to the
Irish
bathroom,
goodbye.
and then I'll go. Whatever. I go to the bathroom. Of course, the line is long. I went to the bathroom on the other side because the line was shorter than the one by us.
Oh, okay.
And then
hang
I
on.
came back, and he was gone, and nobody knew where he went.
Yeah, he was MIA.
He went back to his tent, and went to bed.
The Beard said your bike had almost 100K on it, and it wasn't a show bike. When was the last detail it had? It actually just had one before he went on his trip.
Yeah, did it
He
myself.
put a ceramic coating on
And
it.
ceramic coated it. Took me
So
4
when you-
freaking days.
So when you drew a dick picture on it, he was not pleased.
No, I was not. I was not.
You're welcome, David. David said he had a great time. He's living this through us. You'll
Oh.
have to come out here
Absolutely.
next
for
year
sure.
or some year.
We're gonna come back next year for sure.
Hey, great to meet you guys, El Buffalo. You guys were awesome. Thanks for showing me
Yes.
around your camp.
Yep,
on your
and I
camper,
I
I won't-
can't believe that Class C is like bigger. It has more room than our Class
I
C.
know. Oh, if the wife was
That thing
here,
was awesome.
if the wife was there yesterday to
And
see,
saw that?
or a couple days ago to see his camper,
Man, what a
we would have
beautiful
sold
camper.
our trailer tomorrow.
I'm trading mine in when we get back.
So
What are we're gonna have to get all the new stickers on our door.
I don't
then.
care. We'll put a different door. We'll take the door off and put it on that one.
all right, so looking at next year, let's look at
Can I just say something really quickly?
100%.
Okay.
Take over.
This was one of those things where I said, Sturgis, I think we have to do it one time in our life, so we should just go one time. And now, I think now we just, if I had to pick one rally to go to, I would do this every year.
Absolutely. Sturgis doesn't
I
care.
didn't think I would feel that way.
Opens up with the first line that says, if you would have told me 13 months ago that Sturgis, South Dakota would be my top destination for a vacation, I wouldn't have believed you. Like it's somewhere along like that might even be verbatim, to be honest with you, because that's exactly how I felt. I was like, oh, we're going to Sturgis, therefore we can check that box. Like,
Yep.
here's the more difficult thing, and all you guys in the side chat, you guys can bring this up right now or comment if you're watching the replay. It's not just going every single year, but wait till you miss a year. That's the burn. You want to talk about a burn? All your friends are posting about Sturgis and Vanacker Canyon, and that was the year you decided to not go. Now, lucky for me, I decided not to go last year, and it was like completely rained out. All I saw was a lot of,
Yeah, that was a pretty bad year.
so I picked a really good year to do that. Now that might not, be the case in the future. I'll probably pick a year that's phenomenal. There'll be something amazing. But
So now I've been to Arizona Bike Week, and I said I probably wouldn't go again
okay,
because
I love Arizona Bike Week.
Well, it's close for you. It's like what, 6 hours?
If
7
that,
hours?
no, it's like 4.5.
4.5 hours. Through 6 inches of snow.
Yeah, that made it a little longer.
But for me, I guess I would go to that, but I don't know that I would go there because of that. I would go there because of the riding.
The riding in Arizona is awesome.
Because Wisconsin, at that time of year, is flipping cold. So we're not riding. If I can get down to St. Louis where it's 65 degrees and drop the bike off with the trailer and take off, that's what I did.
Okay.
Right? And I would ride that. And I loved it. I loved every minute of that ride. It was the best ride I've ever done as far as riding a long distance. Other than maybe the last ride I did. And that was out to Vegas. That was pretty awesome too.
So, bringing it back.
Bringing it back. So what I'm saying,
I
I
know
guess
you
what I'm
mean.
saying is, I wouldn't go to Arizona Bike Week because of Arizona Bike Week. I've been to Daytona Bike Week, and I probably wouldn't go to Daytona Bike Week again because it's Daytona Bike Week. I would go there because I'm from Wisconsin, it's cold, and I would go to Florida to ride because I want to ride.
To get warm, yeah.
To get warm. Sturgis, on the other hand, I would come back here for Sturgis. Because of Sturgis.
I see what you're saying. Okay. I agree.
Does that make sense?
I accept that.
So, talking about missing a year. So, David said he missed a year. He's been out here 5 times. He had to miss this year. Family comes first. He helped out with some families, so he'll be here next year. Brad said he's missing it this year, too. So, and we have some friends. We were supposed to go a couple years ago. I had a work trip come up and had to back out. They had been here 25 years in a row straight.
Yeah.
And last
year
this
they
year,
didn't go.
no.
Last
year they didn't go.
Yeah. So
And this year they didn't go.
And
So
this
now
year.
it's like,
But they'll probably go next year, I would imagine.
I don't know.
Anniversary year, it's
Yeah.
double the amount of people, the bikes.
Shenanigans.
How about Myrtle? We love the Myrtle.
I love Myrtle Beach.
I've never been.
area.
Myrtle Beach
Is
is
that a
awesome.
rally?
They have
They
they
have
do
a
have a
rally.
rally there, yes.
Okay, here's the thing. I can't just quit my job and ride my motorcycle all over the country as much as I would love to do that.
Has anybody ever tried that? Why don't you try it? Why don't you be the one to be like, I quit my job just to ride my motorcycle all over the country and just do it?
Because I also love my job
Yeah.
and the people I work with, and
Okay,
But maybe I can retire early or win the lottery.
you know what?
Or buy a campground.
Win the lottery sounds like a
do
good
something.
plan.
Yeah, let's win the lottery.
As far as content is concerned, how did you feel about your content that you got during this?
I got a ton of footage, and for me, the story really is, perspective of a new person being here. So I have some ideas for some things. I am a new content creator, so for me, I like to put some sort of a story together. So if you watch any of my channel, Scott and I took a trip to Florida. I bought a new bike. We did a lot of things, and I sort of put together a story of our day each day.
And shameless plug, if you guys are watching this and you don't already, go over to Moto Yogi Adventures, subscribe to the channel. She's really putting in a lot of hard work to create entertaining videos, and it's from a female's perspective, a new rider's perspective, or a newer. You're not a new rider anymore. You're in that intermediate stage in your riding. You're no longer a new rider, so we need to stop referring to you as a new rider.
Okay, well, I always feel new.
You conquered Iron Mountain Road twice, and the second time we were jamming.
But I also feel like there's always so much to learn with riding that I always
We're always
feel like I
learning
have
something,
stuff
though.
to.
I've been
to-
riding since I
to
was
do.
18.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
still learning.
always going to learn something new. You should always. But content has been really good. The photos have just been so. If you guys go over to my Instagram right now, or maybe not right now because I don't want you to leave the live stream.
Not right
but
now.
when we're done, you're going to see a photo, and you'll know which one it is because I'm going to tell you. Heather snaps this absolute banger of me climbing on the top of Needles at the Needles Eye. I decided to climb the rocks, which my kids found, by the way, that little pathway. But I climb to the top, and Heather snaps this photo of me in between two rocks. It's framed perfectly. It's a beautiful shot. But as far as content is concerned, this might be, just to let everybody know about like what the future documentary is going to hold, this might be some of the best footage I've ever captured. And yet, I didn't fly the drone once.
And it's because you have multiple angles.
That helps.
Yeah.
But because the documentary is not all just about Sturgis, but Sturgis will be involved. I just think that there was so much good content that we were able to get. The lighting was good, the cloud cover helps,
Speaking of content, good content, there was some content that wasn't good.
Which one?
What do you mean?
My bug splatter of the Rams.
Oh my god.
Ah, so mad.
So Scott has
That wasn't my fault though.
He's got his GoPro, he's as we all do, and we're on Spearfish Canyon, and I missed the Rams that were standing like 2 feet.
They were actually coming down the mountain.
Yeah,
There were rocks falling down the mountain.
and I just rode right by him. And so
you rode
Scott's
right
like,
by
"Don't worry, because I'm filming you passing by the goats that are right there on the side of the road." I'm so excited. So every morning we get up, we have coffee, and we start swapping memory cards, and we dump footage. However, Scott that day had a bug come and splat right into his lens of his GoPro, so it's unusable footage. Like you can't use it. I think we
That's
agree that
bum.
we looked at it. We can't use it. It's not usable. But there's been a lot of good footage, photography. I'm going to tell you guys, man. I mean, I'm always passionate about photography. To the point, I think I made the comment to you a couple days ago. I was like, man, maybe I should just stop this video stuff and
I'm gonna
just
tell you what,
do photography.
The
because,
stuff that you did the last 10 days is,
Yeah.
like, did they? Oh, my phone's over.
man,
There's a
it's
picture.
phenomenal.
What is the mask the dude's wearing? What is that from? It's from
It wasn't
No,
Pennywise.
No,
it's the clown with the circles on it, like the spirals on his cheeks.
not
It's
like I know what you did last summer, but like Texas
it's like
Chainsaw
Saw
Massacre.
No.
or just
Saw.
Saw.
It's the Saw
Saw.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those horror movie
It's on my
clowns.
Instagram. You guys got to check that photo out. I think that has to be the best photo of the trip, as far as just the action shot, the clarity, the colors. More
sound
motorcycles.
effects.
It's not AI.
I'm gonna ask you real quick. Okay, if I share Heather's channel on your
100%.
okay,
100%.
sure.
Oh, and bogey, yes, I'm gonna do a series teaching bogey
Hey,
biker
David
yoga.
says he's in El Cajon. Hey, that's my neck of the woods.
Ah.
So
There you
Santee and El Cajon are neighboring sub-cities
Okay.
of San Diego. So, hey, when I get back in town, shoot me a message. We'll go for a ride. What about other questions?
Good night, Roger.
The Bob and Tam said they quit their full time, or DeBeard said isn't that what Bob and Tam did? They quit their full time jobs and just travel and.
I thought they were retired. I didn't know that they quit their jobs to do it.
I feel like I'm close enough to retirement that when I retire, I can travel more.
Well, and you'll have a foundation by that point of followers that.
Good night,
They
Roger.
could tell me where I
Have a
can
good
come
night.
visit.
Thanks for tuning in. Roger's going to bed.
Thanks, Roger. Good to see you. Or I didn't see him, but thanks for joining us. What else? How do we kind of close? Let's go through some final thoughts here, okay?
Yep.
Because that could take a minute. We'll start with Scotty. Let's get Scotty's final thoughts.
My final thoughts. I really, for the train wreck of a trip, for me, physically and mentally, with the camper and the trailer and just feeling like garbage for over half the trip, it was pretty awesome. And I can't wait to come back and not be sick and do this again, because it was and I want to thank you really from the bottom of our hearts for just hanging with us all week, riding with us all week, putting up with our slow butts, leading and taking us on these epic journeys, because it was amazing.
Well, and honestly, it was my pleasure to show to a place that I say all the time is my Disneyland, to show that off to somebody else. you always hope that when you show somebody anything, it could be a movie. You know, we discussed we might have karaoke music going on tonight at our campsite. You never know.
Maybe.
But
Good possibility.
you know, you show somebody else another movie, and you're hoping they love it just as much as you do, right? And so Sturgis, for me to show that to somebody else, you know, I get excited because I know the feels that I felt. So it was definitely my pleasure, and I thank you guys for providing the hospitality suite, you know, for this. So it was a lot of fun, and at no point did I ever feel like you guys were slowing me down, because the Black Hills are not meant to have you speed through them. They're literally there and created. Iron Mountain Road was specifically created so that you'll go slower
Yeah,
to
it's
take
pretty
in the
awesome.
views.
Iron Mountain Road's awesome.
So
DeBeard says he still has karaoke video of you.
I know he does. He was there.
I have dancing video of DeBeard. I showed you last night.
So wait a minute. You did?
You didn't say we couldn't show
You didn't say we
anybody,
couldn't
said
show
you
anybody, you said we
it
couldn't
on
post it.
social media.
Wow. Wow. Do you see this? Hey, by the way, you guys, I'm looking for new friends. If you want to shoot me a DM on Instagram.
That have campers.
I had nothing to do with it.
But you clearly knew about it and you were instigating it because you just blindly defended it.
It's awesome.
So
Man's got moves.
why don't you give us some final thoughts of your experience? Anything you want to talk about this trip? Like, how would you close this out?
Well, it was much more than I expected. I really didn't set any expectations. I knew what the roads looked like because I had been here. Yeah, it's unlike anything else I've ever done or been a part of. You know, I know there's a lot of craziness, and you can be a part of. You can do it. There's something here for everyone. Well, like you said, Sturgis doesn't care, right? So it's really a place for everyone. From Camp Zero to the Buffalo Chip to all the roads to the dealerships to Main Street. The entire experience was great. Me personally, I feel like in 10 days, I've become a better rider. You know, you ride defensively, but at the same time, you have to sort of be aggressive.
Which is the right move.
Right? And you have to, all the things going on around you. You have people walking, you have motorcycles, you have quad runners, you have people not paying attention, you have
Dirt
people
and gravel
cutting you
roads.
off, you have gravel, you have the bumpiest, lumpiest campground, rocks, mud, dirt, whatever, and
Oh my God,
So for
when it rains
me,
here to try and navigate
I became a better rider because of this trip, and now I have a little bit more confidence that I'm not gonna tip over or whatever, and I might still, that happens to
Sure.
the best riders, but yeah, I'm almost speechless. It was amazing, and I will be back, and I think one of the things, and I will put this was at the end of my live stream. I talked to an older couple downtown Sturgis who had been coming here. They live in the area. They've been coming here for 42 years, and the guy said to me, he goes, "You will see things here that you've never seen before, and some things you can't unsee."
And that's the truth.
And that just kind of sums it up.
Yeah. And
So-
you know what we didn't really talk about was Camp Zero. Camp Zero is its own.
we never talked about that, yeah.
It's we can openly discuss this in my closing thoughts here. Camp Zero is ultimately, to me, when I go in there, I think about what the motorcycle rally was back before we were born. I think that is the shenanigans. It is the people that are not, staying in RVs, like they're roughing it for the most part. There are RVs there. They're not fancy. They have their choppers and they have their. It's not full of money. It's more full of joy. That's what I got when I was over there.
And that picture of yours is my favorite one, because that picture, the picture from Camp Zero where there's a guy on a mini bike with a girl on the back, and that to me is just, I can feel that picture, and that is pure joy.
And that's what I got when I was over there. I
Yeah.
felt really good.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot with that in the last few years to build it up. And I will definitely go hang out at Camp Zero again.
It's shenanigans.
Beers were $1 cheaper.
Yeah, beers were cheaper.
It's shenanigans.
And it's just literally just a whole bunch of. It reminds me of the Stubborn American for the sheer fact that it's just a whole bunch of motorcycle enthusiasts doing stupid stuff.
And for me,
On weird shit.
And for me, it was like the island of misfit toys where everybody belonged.
Yeah, jet
So-
ski on wheels.
I love that.
Dude,
It's this
KTM
whole- it's
with
this-
the giant wheels.
It's its own counterculture within the
community.
motorcycle
Yeah,
community.
no, and they had their own. They had their own. I just dropped my lemons.
5-second rule.
They had their own like events and things like that were going on.
We
right?
did the biker games.
The biker games we were there for.
Yep, that was fun.
Heather and I partaked in it.
Yeah, you guys did.
I got a face
you
full
get a
of
shot of that?
mustard.
I did, but Mom and Dad might still be watching, so we don't have to talk about it.
I mean,
Oh no,
they have
that's
seen
okay.
that. That's like the biker games are all good, clean fun.
It is good, clean fun.
Yeah.
So my closing thoughts are this: Sturgis to me. Oh, you guys are gonna get some motorcycle sounds.
Sound
not
effects.
AI. So Sturgis to me never disappoints, and every single time I come here, it hits, but it also hits different, right? There's a similarity to it, and the next time you guys roll through, I tell this to everybody, and I think I told you this to you guys earlier. You go through. There's a moment somewhere along the way that you were in a feeling that the next time you come to Sturgis, it could be, for me, it's on the 90, believe it or not. It's I-90 heading towards Rally at 55. I remember it so well from my very first ride I took the morning I woke up in Sturgis, and I think that's why it means so much to me. And there's each of us, and everybody that's watching this, and everybody that came here this year or has been here in the past, it could be on Spearfish, it could be on Iron Mountain Road. There is a nostalgia that stays with you throughout that. And ultimately, at the end of the day, each time I come here, it really comes back to the fact that the film Sturgis Doesn't Care hits the nail on the head. From even things that people like talk about. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. I'm just saying it literally gives you that idea of what Sturgis is all about. Because we didn't go to downtown Main Street at all while we were here. At nighttime.
So my
Dad chimes in.
He's
Weenie
seen
bites.
the weenie bites. I totally missed the whole weenie and just got mustard in my face. Anyway.
But I got a photo of it.
That's
Just
funny.
saying. Yeah, so it hits, Sturgis does not disappoint. I'm super excited to go home and see my family, but I will be sad to leave tomorrow morning knowing that we have a year to go before we get to come back here and partake in this again. But the memories that were made were phenomenal, and hopefully next time Scotty is feeling better, because if he comes here sick again,
I'm never get to come back.
he never gets to come back. That's all there is to it. But
I still had a good time.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But I think, is there any final questions? Did we miss anything? Let's see the Sturgis.
The beard says the Sturgis experience
It's
is
what
what
you
you
make
make
it.
it.
100%.
I agree.
Yeah.
You can
100%.
find whatever you want to find here. But like I said, we didn't have any more. We didn't go into downtown at night
But we'll have an Airbnb next year, hopefully, downtown.
probably do an Airbnb
We'll do more downtown stuff next year, probably.
and take it all in. But either way, successful trip. And now that it's over, Scott's feeling better all of a sudden. Like all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, I'm going home tomorrow." He's like, I can breathe. I feel good.
I think it was the air today.
But
Nice to
I'm
meet you
still a
too,
little
Bert.
stuffy.
And Carolyn.
Still a little stuffy.
yeah, so
Great meeting you, Bert.
good times. Yeah, DeBeard, good people. Piney Princess, like, just good.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
They're both
She's,
awesome.
Yeah.
She's way better than him.
100%. I have a feeling that pretty soon us guys are going to be left at home and the girls are going to be coming to Sturgis.
Oh man, the wife,
No.
Piney Princess, and me.
We'll give them
next
control.
year. And
We're leaving
Mrs.
tomorrow, Dad.
Mrs. El Buffalo.
Leaving tomorrow.
Yeah. What is it?
Dad wanted to know when we were coming home.
Yeah.
So we're
Leaving
coming home
early in
tomorrow.
the morning
So grass
after
need
our
cutting, is that
coffee.
what you're saying?
But yeah, no, I mean, just we hung out with some really cool people, met some really cool people.
Like, the second best thing other than the riding was probably the people watching.
Oh, 100%.
Like, we went to the Boar's Nest. You guys went to the Boar's Nest twice now.
Yeah.
But we went to the Boar's Nest today because I wasn't with them the first time they went. But we just sat up on the second floor at the Boar's Nest.
Watch bikes go
Threw
by,
garbage down the long chute.
Watch people.
And watch people. And
I like the connections with the people and the friends and the people that we've met or know, from online that we got to meet in person, and
yeah,
it's
no,
cool.
It saddens me that I'm going to be kicking over the bike and getting on the road tomorrow and my entire ride home.
I'm excited for you tomorrow.
Well, that's good, and I'm going through Colorado, and I haven't done that portion of the Rockies.
So David's family is in Colorado, so.
Oh yeah.
David, answer this question. I have Ryan going through Colorado, through Vail, through what's the town that you're aiming for? I forgot that we punched in there. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but he's
Great Falls, or
no.
Sterling, Ryan. If you go through
No.
Sterling, he
So
says.
he's going to be going through Vail and all that stuff, and he's just going to be.
I just can't do $1 Million Highway unless the
Can't do
wife's
$1 Million
with
Highway,
me.
but he's going to be floored.
So
He's going to be absolutely floored.
no, it's good. I'm going to probably launch the drone a couple times and get on the road early tomorrow morning. But great trip, you guys. High five.
Definitely. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Cheers to everybody that joined in on this recap. We were just kind of hanging out, socializing with you guys, set this thing up, try to get the mics in a position where you guys could hear us okay. I mean, we are in the middle of a
Campground
Farm field.
Yeah, farm field.
The
So
newbies didn't drop the bikes.
we
Only
did-
the experienced guy did.
Yeah.
Wolf Creek Pass.
All right, Wolf Creek Pass. So I will be planning all that out, hitting the road tomorrow, going through all the footage when I get back, starting the new documentary editing process, and
Are you going to have little shorts in that process?
well, they're not. They go to like my lower cheek. Like they're not real shorts, but they
Jorts.
Shorts.
Like the
I'm
1970s
like,
shorts?
where are you going with this?
no, I don't do shorts. Every once in a while I do, but I'm not into the short.
Not necessarily shorts, but are you going to come up with any YouTube stuff? Like,
Yeah, no, I'll have other. I got enough content to last a while, so there's going to be a lot of stuff coming. You guys just know that. I
know a lot of people are very anxious to see your stuff because you put really good stuff together, and it's been a hot minute since you put something out.
Yeah.
So be patient, everybody.
Does everybody
It
want?
takes time to
Does
create
everybody
the
want to
stuff.
know what the new title of the? Should I
Ooh.
disclose what the new title of the documentary is right now?
No.
Oh.
I
No?
don't think you do that. Not at the end of this video.
Well, I mean, but the diehard people that have been sticking around through this entire live stream.
Do
It's
it.
only
I
the
think
beard.
you do it.
It's-
Isn't my
that's it?
dad?
We don't give two
and
craps
Brad,
about the
Brad
beard.
is still
How many
here?
people are in here? How many people are
Brad,
viewing?
Viron.
We got 30.
30. All right, so we had 30 people. I mean, it's,
Yes, David says yes.
All right. The
Really?
name. What?
Doing it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Well, I mean, everybody's gonna say yes. They're not gonna be like, no, I don't want. I don't.
All
want
right,
to.
Ryan, what is the name of the next documentary?
I'm gonna do it the same way that I did with I Can Never Go Back. Right. So you have the name of the documentary, and then also because it's YouTube, I'm gonna have a different description or the title, whatever it is. Right. But the name of the documentary is called True North. And the title is A Ride to Live By. And that's all I can tell you about right now.
Ooh.
I did not know any of this.
I know.
Did you change this
Wow.
up?
No. I didn't.
thought you had something else in mind.
Nope. Nope.
I like it. I can't
That
wait.
is really
So-
cool.
True North will be on the thumbnail, but A Ride to Live By will be the title in the YouTube deal. So when that comes out, you guys will see the full finished product.
Well, I'm glad we all lived.
Yeah.
That
Right.
could have been bad.
All right.
Cool. Well, thank you for sharing that.
All right. Yeah. So there you have it. You guys that stuck around, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for following along with this channel, with the live streams, supporting Moto Yogi Adventures, going over to her channel, hitting subscribe. Let's get her up to 1,000 quickly. Like, let's not even mess around with that.
Gotta like and subscribe to this guy too, though. Show him some love.
Well, if they're the 30 people that are here, they're probably already subscribed.
Yes.
But there's gonna be more people watching this.
The replay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get 3,000 hits on this thing in the next week.
Yeah.
Easy.
So, but nonetheless, appreciate you guys. Great Sturgis 2024. DeBeard, awesome hanging with you. Piney Princess, military biker, everybody that we met along the way. There's so many people.
Yeah, Dez and
yep.
the Badgers and Bogey Biker we got to meet in person.
Yeah.
Bogey Biker. So, and
Gotta thank Tiny Princess.
Tiny Princess.
Piney
Princess. Did I say Tiny?
Yep,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said Piney Princess.
Sorry.
So, and you're drinking Diet Coke.
It's the cough medicine.
But yeah, so many people along the way that we met, and it's friendship for life or longer, right? So, thank you guys. This was actually kind of fun, to be honest with you. We're hanging out,
fun.
just having this conversation, recapping, and yet people are watching and engaging with us and just being like, "Hey, what's up?"
It's cool.
This is actually what we do when the camera's off, to be honest with you.
It is. This is kind of what we
I
do
mean, we
every
were
night.
having some conversations today. So save that for the live stream. Let's
Yeah.
not talk about it right now.
I mean, the booty bumper adds a whole different dynamic, and we're gonna go grab that right now. If you guys know where our camp is at, please feel free to join us. We're gonna be booty bumping.
The
Pull
beard,
out
you
the
know where we are.
shotguns.
Come on over. We got beer.
So, what do we got?
Oh, and, okay. Next coast, touch the east water in San Diego, then in
Boom. So that's the dream, just so you guys know. You touch your back tire to the Pacific Ocean, you ride all the way across, and you touch your front tire to the Atlantic.
All right.
That's the dream. So, good stuff.
Bogey, awesome to see you, man.
Yep,
Great meeting you.
great to see you again, Bogey Biker, and your whatever your fantastic beverage is, a bottle of deliciousness.
Oh, don't forget about Road Wang.
and
tell 'em I said
I
hi.
want one, whatever that was.
Oh, yeah.
We got one.
What?
So when you were announcing the name of your show,
Okay.
the beard was guessing the name of your show.
Okay. We're closing it out any second.
No, this is the cliffhanger. The beard says a dusty penis 2024.
Well, tell me
Oh
you're
my
guilty without
gosh.
telling me you're
I'm
guilty.
showing that. I'm letting it show. Show
Tell
it.
me you're guilty without telling me you're guilty.
Another moderator just handled this.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right. Anyway, take
good
care,
night,
guys.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Peace.
We're live on your camera,
Oh,
not on
yeah.
mine.
I'm gonna close it down. We're still gonna be live. You're going to be like, what are these clowns doing?
Flossing dance moves, Ryan. You should start
Oh my
dancing.
God, that was great. That was a great ending right there.
We're still on.